Week 2 of the NFL kicks off at 8:15 Eastern Time as the Green Bay Packers will be hosting the Washington Commanders. And Packers edge rusher Micah Parsons is active despite his ongoing back issue, but Green Bay will be without two starting offensive linemen, right tackle Zach Tom and left guard Aaron Banks. The NFL Network is reporting that 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy could miss 2 to 5 weeks with a turf toe injury. He is likely to miss Week 2 against the Saints and Week 3 against the Cardinals. Raiders tight end Brock Bowers missed practice today because of a knee injury. The Chiefs say wide receiver Xavier Worthy was a limited participant in practice today because of his shoulder injury that he suffered in Week 1 against the Chargers. And Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy missed practice today because his wife was giving birth to their baby boy. In baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays now lead the Yankees by 3.5 games in the AL East after they blanked the Astros 6-0. I'm Monty Bolaños.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
This sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy. Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password. Enter, brother.
Welcome in. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3.
That's
not 4.
right. Thank you, LeBron. No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, or Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
Or even live.
We'll do it live
on YouTube. That's right.
Do it live.
I'll write it.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
There you go.
We'll do it.
We'll do it live. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
Do it.
And we are indeed the odd couple on this TV theme song Thursday. Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington. And you'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet. At least when people are still awake.
Gotta distinguish it. Make sure they know that's when.
Sorry about that. All right, write it down. Commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen who can't get the numbers and the letters together, it's 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
There you go. And if you hear feedback on the line, it's all your fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
Don't do that.
That's right.
Don't be trying to be cute and hear yourself.
With that said, always remember.
Sweetie Diddy. Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Big show. And let me welcome in my co-host. He is one.
Kelvin
Washington.
There
Man.
you go.
Look at the TV up top there, Rob. That looks awful. No, the other one. Look at that field.
What field?
The
the
red
field? Oh.
That red field is awful. We're watching. Shout out to Clark, Atlanta, but that red field, I thought I was having some eye issues for a minute when I saw a whole red field. Look at that.
Yeah, that is hard to watch.
That's hard to watch, man. Everything's good, man. Happy Thursday. We got TV theme song Thursday, and YouTube is excited about this. The time they get to see you finally cheat on Teichert's Tower of Trivia.
I'm not cheating. I have
They get to see it.
spasms. I'm waving at Elijah. There's a lot of
Never
other
heard
things
of
that are going
You
in.
have spasms,
You know
right?
that Seinfeld episode where George just has that little thing?
Exactly.
Yeah,
you
that's
know what I
it is.
mean? Right.
Well, you know you can use a lead for that. One pill to take care of that. I knew you were going to do that, Alex. Not that issue. Not that issue.
Not for Alex. He's good to go.
Alex is good to go. Alex
Man.
need. What is the
Right.
Viagra?
Oh, you want to know?
Oh God.
Should I really give this dime for everybody?
I'm scared.
All right, just remember,
Oh,
it's
boy.
going to be really hard for your lady to keep up, is all I'm going to say.
No, we got a show. Yeah,
No, it's called Shillegit. It's an actual thing.
No, too legit. Too legit to quit.
Too
I don't
legit
care
to
what you
quit?
say. I don't.
No, it's called wanting to go out for $100 dinner. That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Wrong type of women.
Okay.
Wrong. Okay.
That's where the
Let's keep our
Mr.
job.
Softy
A lot of
comes in. I'm just saying. I'm talking about ice cream.
I know you're talking about. I drove
If
by
it's a
one.
sideways ID,
It's not for me.
it's not for me.
I'm
By
talking
me, I mean
about
him.
ice cream.
I know that's what
Why
you know, Mr. Softy. I said it's one I drove by.
Right? Do. We got the music. It's the Mr. Softy. When
One.
we
You
were
had a little.
kids.
Yours a little more R&B than I remember, Mr. Softy.
Here we go.
Yeah. The ice cream man's coming.
This is what when
Ice cream!
this is what I hear in my head when I'm on like a date and I know it's not going anywhere.
This is the song. All right, I
what
guess
I
time to
hear.
move on. That's actually funny. It's a man. I tell you what. You know how many
Rob.
how many kids in the neighborhood ran a 4-2 flat when they heard
Oh,
that?
yeah, when
you
you
could
hear
be
that.
playing baseball, basketball,
No matter
talking
what.
smack, doing,
And you hear Mr. Softy.
and you hear that, and it just man, you've ruined that name.
You remember that Eddie Murphy bit?
You've officially ruined that name for me.
You got some ice cream.
Cream.
We
I
got
got
some
some
Oh,
ice
ice
yeah,
cream.
that's classic.
I was gonna do but you don't ever call it that.
All
again,
right,
'cause you've ruined it.
I'm sorry about that.
It's just the ice cream truck from henceforth.
Business fluctuations make running your
fluctuate, that's the problem.
running your manufacturing business complex, but staffing
Mamma mia.
your business doesn't have to be that way. Let Express Employment Professionals provide the workforce you need. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you. That's expresspros.com. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew.
Yes, do it.
Because we wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. Rob G is our producer. Alex is our engineer. Monty Bolaños is at the anchor desk. She'll keep us updated throughout the program. And
Never heard of him.
You better hear him.
Who is
He's
it?
here every day now.
Never heard of him.
Elijah
Never heard of him.
is our social media guru. We wouldn't be able to do this fine show without him.
And
So.
Alex, you gotta come on, man. Keep it. Can you cut his mic on? He was finally getting ready to say something. You treated him like Guy on the couch and
What
half
mic?
baked.
There's only two of you in there.
Man, I'm just saying, Elijah. When you're ready to talk, let us know, man. I got you back. I got you, bro.
All right.
Take that, Alex.
All right, let's get started.
Yeah, look who's here. So this
Why you got a dry snitch
I just
on
said,
him?
look who's here. Didn't know what I'm
That
talking
means
about.
that he came in late.
No, who is he?
Rob
see,
G.
See,
Isn't that
look,
right?
I
That
didn't
was-
say nothing.
That was a dry snitch.
I didn't
He
even
just-
say anything.
He said, look who's here.
I was talking about look at the game. Who's
look
here?
Who snuck in late
Thursday
after the
night-
show started.
Man, see how you do, you Rob G.
Hey, Scott. Did you
See
hear
how you
that?
do, you Rob G.
I'm just saying, Rob G.
Rob G, you know.
I thought us black people would stick together.
You know we stick together, even though you blackish, because you be jumping in and out.
Rob G. Until they put us out, and then you don't know us.
Then he completely.
Yeah, then I'm
you
out.
don't know I'm out.
Boy, what's the untanned booth?
Then
That's
I'm
what he's
Cooper
gonna be
flogging his back.
Exactly. Be like, that's a shame.
Alex,
that's a shame. That's a shame y'all got let go.
Dang, that's crazy,
that's
man.
crazy.
But good luck, though.
All right, see you later.
Yeah.
All right, Rob G.
Yeah, so we got a big game tonight, right?
We do.
got Commanders, Packers, two teams that I think we can say comfortably believe they have Super Bowl aspirations, right?
Sure.
Everyone's excited about it. The only difference is that coming up on Sunday, we got two teams who were actually in the Super Bowl last season. Rematch. Chiefs, Eagles. Eagles coming off a win. Chiefs coming
Eagles
off a loss.
are favorite in Kansas City. Did
And
you
that's
see that?
that's notable because,
Yes.
Rob, I don't know if you know this, but Jalen Hurts, who executives believe is not that great, he's probably a tier 2, tier 3 type quarterback, even though he's Super Bowl MVP. Anonymous execs told ESPN, I don't know if
Which
he's...
is crazy, Rob G, because think about this. Super Bowl MVP this past year.
Yep.
But the first time he was in the Super Bowl, he balled out. He had a great game. Other than that
Absolutely.
one fumble, he had a tremendous game.
And there are people who still say, I don't even know if he's a top 10 quarterback.
Wow.
But you should know heading into this game here on Sunday that Jalen Hurts is one of the few quarterbacks who can ever say that they've won their last two meetings against Patrick Mahomes. And as you mentioned, is favored here heading into Sunday. It could be 3 in a row. Patrick Mahomes has never lost 3 games in a row, period. If he loses on Sunday, it will have happened, and 2 of them will have been to Jalen Hurts. So here's the question, guys, as we lead into Sunday's showdown. Is it fair to say that Jalen Hurts, not Lamar Jackson, not Josh Allen, not even Joe Burrow, that Jalen Hurts is actually Patrick Mahomes' top NFL quarterback rival?
Yes, it's 100% accurate. And this last Super Bowl is when it happened. There's another factor I'm going to get into in 1 second. Jalen Hurts right now and Patrick Mahomes are actually competing for their places in history, right? They're competing for how great will my legacy be? How many Super Bowls will I have? How many will I beat this guy? They're competing for the highest thing, the things that matter most. And what makes it interesting and fun is that they're one up on each other. If you're Jalen Hurts, to your point, Rob G, I can say, hey, I've played better in 2 Super Bowls than the guy y'all keep saying is number 1. I played better than the guy that y'all at some point were saying could be the GOAT. So Jalen Hurts has that in his favor.
That conversation ain't happening.
Yeah, well, but he can say that. How did Elijah get into this? But
he's a Mahomes slappy.
Yeah, well, he absolutely can. He's had plenty of years to continue to chase down the GOAT status. The other side of this, why I think it's actually hurts, is because now I link Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen together. Like, that's the rivalry. Even more than, to me, almost Hurts and Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen are both competing for multiple things. They're now the who's going to win the MVP. This one or this one. Who won it last year? This one, this one. Who should have won the year before? This one or this one. They're competing for who's more electric, who does more, who's more fun to watch. Those two guys, to me, are more linked. Who's the guy that can finally get by a Patrick Mahomes and get to a Super Bowl? Because neither have been able to do that. So I think Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen are their own rivalry, while now we have one with Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, the guys who are competing for the top ultimate prize that matters the most, which are championships and ultimately Super Bowl MVPs. So those are my 2 separate rivalries. Those 2, Hurts and Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. That's how I view it. Those two.
I disagree. I think that it's naturally Lamar and Josh Allen because they're in the same AFC. And only one quarterback can come out of that, and that's what they're looking at. Like, you got the Jalen Hurts, but he's in the NFC. So that doesn't really affect whether or not what he does in the NFC affects Patrick Mahomes getting there, even though he's beaten him a couple times. The real rivalry is who in the AFC, like the reason Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, both in the AFC, both trying to get out there, both trying to get to the Super Bowl. So that's where that links them together. And I think that's what people talk about. I understand that they've played in big games, Super Bowl, and they're 1-1, and Jalen's beaten them a couple times. But ultimately, it's Lamar trying to get to the Super Bowl in the AFC, whether you go through Josh Allen or whether you go through Patrick Mahomes. And I think that's why they're more of a natural rivalry, because they're in the same conference. And that's why I brought up the Brady. You see what I'm saying? Like the Brady and
no, I get what you're saying, but
because that's the only way I can get to the Super Bowl, which is your goal, is to get to the Super Bowl. Who's in my way? When Michael Jordan was in
Pistons.
the Eastern Conference, right? And he had to get through the Pistons and the Celtics, like they were in his way. So who was your rival? The Pistons and the Celtics, because you were trying to beat them and get there.
But this is where I push back. I get your point, because it's natural. We're going to play a lot. But the greatest rival we all loved in the 80s was the Lakers-Celtics. And they were in different conferences because they ultimately knew they were competing for the biggest prize of championship.
But I don't think individual players.
But what if we get there? Jalen Hurts and Patrick get there again. Maybe it's not this year, but maybe it's next year. Now that would be 3 and 4 or 5 years, 4 years.
Yeah, but what if they don't
that they
get
competed?
There? I just think that you have more chances of, over the next 8 years, of Lamar coming up against Patrick Mahomes, Lamar coming up against Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, who's already beaten Patrick Mahomes a couple times, including once to go to the Super Bowl. Those are the natural. So it's those 4. I know we didn't even mention Joe Burrow, but that's really because his team right now with the defense, it's hard to look at them and think they're going
They're on
anywhere.
the same level as
the other 3
teams.
Right. So that's why I think all those quarterbacks, you look at the AFC and go, man, how are we going to get to, you know what I mean, to the Super Bowl? There's 4 guys there.
I just think for me, this is game 5 this Sunday. Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes are 2-2. Regular season, both 1-1, and then also in the Super Bowl, they both 1-1. So this Sunday will be game 5 to break the record to see who has the lead, and I just think that's a rivalry. We got 5 games in now. 2 of them were in the Super Bowl. I beat you. You beat me. We're both competing Super Bowl MVPs. I mean, I just think that is it because, again, I start to look at it as you guys are competing for the ultimate goal. And in the next 3 to 4 years, There's no chance to say those guys might meet 1-2 more times. And to me, that would be amazing that we had two guys competing Super Bowls a handful of times. Almost like if we got one more Eli and Tom Brady, you know what I mean? Like a trilogy of that would have been awesome. Like that, we would put them guys as like, man, look at Eli and Tom Brady going at it because they met 3 times in the Super Bowl. So that to me is the difference is they're competing for a higher thing. The other two are just competing to even get to the thing, the Super Bowl. But I get what you're saying, the AFC. I just look at it maybe almost like a Lakers-Celtics to me. We're competing at the championship level.
All right. I want to give a quick shout-out to Mike Harge. He's a radio talk show host, and he's loves The Odd Couple.
Oh, Mike Harge? Shout out to Mike.
Yes, no
Appreciate
doubt. And he has his own show, The Morning Kickoff. But let's go here. Mike, thanks for the support.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Is Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson? Patrick Mahomes, true quarterback rival. Who are you picking? What do you think it is? Is it Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson with Patrick Mahomes? We'll continue that conversation next with you. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. It is The Odd Couple on a TV theme song Thursday. Alex, I got some good choices today I think I want to throw to you. Right here on Fox Sports Radio, and you know what you need to do.
What's that, Rob?
Stick and stay.
Unless for some reason you think he's still Jordan-esque in the US of A.
How about now? Rob G, Dan Campbell, affectionately known by me as Dan Gamble.
Listen, that was one of your better ones.
Because he lost.
I can't give you that.
He's lost big games for the Lions, in which they should have been able to advance to the Super Bowl by now. But he had a statement today, Rob G, in a little news conference.
Yeah, it sounds like he is well aware of the numbers because according to CBS Sports, only 25% of the teams in the NFL that start 0-1 end up reaching the playoffs. This goes back to 1990.
That's unbelievable. It's really
Teams that start 0-2, though, Kelvin, make the playoffs just 12% of the time. And that might be a big reason why Dan Campbell, when he was speaking with the media today ahead of their matchup with Ben Johnson, the Chicago Bears, basically called this game a must-win. Take a listen.
Ben's my friend. He's always going to be my friend, but that nothing about that's going to change, We're going in getting ready to play Chicago. We're going to win this game. We have to.
We have to. Wow. He's saying that they have to. Week 2 against the Bears is a must-win. And I kind of, it sounds crazy, but Campbell, I think, has figured it out. He doesn't have his security blanket anymore, which were those 2 coordinators, and I think he'll be exposed as we go forward with this season that the reason he had the success that he's had isn't because of his culture building. It's because he had 2 really good coordinators who wound up getting head coaching jobs because of what they did. Dan Campbell's not the offensive guy, defensive guy. He's not either of those guys. He's a rah-rah guy, and the problem is, when you're a rah-rah guy, that sounds good when you're winning. And people can say, oh, he changed the culture. I run through a wall for Dan Campbell. That's easy to say when you're winning and you're undefeated on the road and you win 15 games and all that. But as soon as you start to get pushed around like a rag doll like we saw, or have a vanilla bean offense that we saw in Green Bay, things change. Things tighten up. And I believe the Bears will pull the upset, send the Lions to 0-2, and Dan Gamble will be exposed that it wasn't him. It was Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn.
I don't agree with that. Absolutely, Ben Johnson played a massive role. He's phenomenal as an offensive coordinator. And Aaron Glenn was a really good defensive coordinator. Where I disagree with you is a couple of things. One, Dan Campbell You're acting like he came right into a winning situation. You spent time in Detroit. A putrid culture, a team, a culture, an organization that ain't won jack, that wasn't doing jack, it wasn't headed in the right direction. So it wasn't like he came into winning and then he just had this sustainability. What he came into was the first year, they went 3-13, but they did not fold. The next year, 9-8. And remember, they started off like 1-5 or 6 or something.
I don't want to stop you. Ben Johnson was the offensive coordinator's first year?
I don't know how far it goes back.
No, he was not. Go ahead.
Dude, that was clearly not the point. The point is they didn't go to 3-13. They go to 9-8. They go to 12-5, and then obviously 15-2. And the reason why they got better, you know how many teams have great coordinators and don't do jack with them, and then we see the coordinator go somewhere else, and we're like, oh, I guess he was a pretty good coordinator because he created Brad Holmes. First, let me start there. The general manager brought in the right guy in Dan Campbell, who they collectively bring in the right guy as a coordinator and create a culture and draft well. Drafting well is probably going to end up biting them in the butt in the next couple of years because they're going to have to pay a bunch of really good young guys between the end of the season and next season. And to me, they've drafted well, built well, developed well, and they have a great system going. You talk about baseball, you like baseball? They got a great farm system going where the guys they draft, they develop, and they become very useful on the football field. And they have a grit about them that they bounce back and they continue to compete. They could have folded after the NFC Championship game against the 49ers. They did. They came back and got better.
You're a pal and a confidant.
Boom, boom, boom.
And if we threw a party,
who would I invite?
And they invited everyone you knew.
Everybody.
You would see
Who's
the biggest gift would be from me.
What the card
and
say?
The card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
Boom, 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 boom.
This is top three, right?
No, that's top three.
Is this top three?
That's top three.
I
You don't agree with the other one in there.
I don't even go top 5. It's top 3.
No, that's top 3. It is hard, though, because
this is easy.
Because
this is
Jefferson's is at top 3.
No.
See what I mean? And then we all, except you, believe Fresh Prince is in the top 3.
No.
That's number 1.
That's not
2.
3.
That's 1 or 2.
Cheers has to be up there. Cheers isn't in the top 3.
The only reason why Cheers isn't, it's amazing. We love it. It's a little slower. Just a hair slower.
All right.
Let me do this real quick. You don't want to interrupt me. Got me arguing about top songs. It is obviously the Odd Couple on the TV theme song Thursday. Be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel. That's right. We're looking at it right now. You can watch us live on YouTube. That's right. Simulcast the show. We will do it live. Go to YouTube.com/@OddCoupleFSR. Or if you're already in YouTube, you can just search Odd Couple FSR. Subscribe, follow, like, share. Tell everybody to check us out again. We are on YouTube, Odd Couple FSR. Check us out. I see you over there trying to get ready for your camera time, Monty.
Just do it.
Make your dreams come true.
I don't want to say that Monty's worried about the camera, but I saw her come over.
She came over.
And wiped off the lens. I'm just saying. Is that what I saw?
I'm not going to say nothing. That they came in here, her and Bree was like,
no,
I'm so
I did not do that. I did not wipe off the lens.
I thought you did.
No, I did not.
Oh.
I asked about the camera. I just said, Rob G looks fabulous.
Why are you bringing reinforcements?
Okay.
What do you mean reinforcements?
What do you mean? What do I mean? All right, we got to get these calls. 877-99 on Fox.
That's right. Shaq in Richmond, Virginia. You're on the Odd Couple. Fox Sports Radio. No mumbling. How are you, Shaq?
Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback I've ever
What's
seen.
going on, Rod?
How you been? Where you been?
Can you dig it?
I've been working, man. I was actually out in San Diego a couple months ago for work.
Oh,
but,
nice. Okay.
Working and chilling, man.
All right,
for government contractor. What's up, Kelvin?
What's up, Shaq? How you doing, man? What you got going, man? Who you gonna pick, man? What's the best rival in the NFL?
Hey, man. I honestly think I got like a 3 list. It's like Allen first, Lamar second, Burrow third. I don't really consider like Hurts his rival. It's kind of weird, like the Eli and Brady thing. I think y'all kind of alluded to, but like it was more like Peyton Manning was his rival.
Right, that was his rival
for sure.
Yeah, because they were both in the same conference.
And Kelvin, I see where you were going with the Magic and Bird thing, but only the big difference, the elephant in the room, they cultivated that in college in the championship game too, so a carryover. So it's a little different. I would go Allen, Lamar, and Burrow though. And Hurts is more just kind of like, it's not a guarantee that they'll get back. But, like, those 4 quarterbacks in the AFC, they're going to meet, like, eventually at some point. Like, every playoff.
Every playoff, there's some big game with those guys being involved. No doubt. Thanks, Shaq.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it. Scott in North Kakalaki. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Scott?
What's up? I appreciate y'all taking my call.
No doubt.
I'd say Jalen Hurts only because the standpoint from Patrick Mahomes is like every high leverage situation that Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen played him, they lost. So I mean, how can that be a rival when they lost every single time against him?
Well, but wait a minute. But Joe Burrow's in there. He's beating them. At one time, when they call it Burrowhead, is what they were calling the stadium.
Yeah, they had to relax on that a little bit.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, his team is weakened since
No,
then.
now it is. Now it is. But he beat Patrick Mahomes. I'm just saying, didn't he? A couple times.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think it's Burrow. I don't know. I just think.
Well, not now. It's not.
He got to work right now. He's got to worry about September. Get off to a good September.
Drew in New Jersey. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Drew?
Hey, I think I agree with the first caller. I would go Josh, then Lamar, then Burrow. Also, I think that what's interesting, I felt like there was a lot of confirmation bias with Jalen Hurts. I feel like everyone loves Jalen Hurts, his personality, everything. I felt like we wanted just a moment, right? And I felt like when you look at Flacco's Super Bowl run and you look at Eli Manning's 2 Super Bowl runs, I don't remember them getting that same level of, hey, this guy's definitely a top 5, top 10 quarterback, where I think there's a huge gap between Lamar and Josh Allen than Jalen Hurts. I don't think they're remotely similar. These guys are superheroes. This guy's a game manager.
I think Drew, you might appreciate this. He gives me Terry Bradshaw. We don't give Terry Bradshaw.
And for good reason.
Yeah, we don't consider him one of those ones, but he played to the team. They found their way to win, and he got 4 rings out of it.
I think Jalen comes in because, and this is just me.
Yeah.
Because of what happened in college. When you lose your job and you get kicked to the side and they pick somebody else, and now he's gone a long way to reestablish that, but not too many great quarterbacks have had that happen.
Are you saying that's in favor of him, or that's the detraction?
The detraction is that you look at him, Rob G, does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like he was in college and they decided to go with somebody else. But he went and picked himself up, went somewhere else.
But that's why I thought that was in fair. I thought his story has been great. He went and then he balled out at Oklahoma.
But he still lost his gig, and I think that's why. Why did he lose his gig? Like the coach didn't think he was good enough Do you know what I mean? Like that.
But isn't that a Hallmark movie? And then he goes to the league, and he's been to two Super Bowls already.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying I think that's why people look at him a little differently. That's all.
I thought that was great of him to be able to do that.
No, that's not. I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
I do. You're saying that he's not that guy because he lost his job.
Well, and I think that you can't name other guys who are top-tier quarterbacks who lost their jobs in college.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow was
that's why he had to leave Ohio State.
No, I don't look at Joe Burrow that way because I don't think he was that touted. But anyway.
All right. There you have it. We got Monty Bolaños on the way right now. Going to get you set what's trending. And Shawn Porter. We'll talk some boxing with him after Monty.
All right, guys. Week 2 is already here in the NFL. It's going to kick off in about 45 minutes, 8:15 Eastern time. Packers hosting the Washington Commanders. New star pass rusher Michael Parsons. He's active for tonight's game, despite the ongoing back issue.
You can look into the camera and read, can't you?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I can do that. But I think my camera's over here. My screens and my notes are over here.
Okay, all right.
But thank you. Commanders running back Chris Rodriguez is inactive for tonight's game, but Green Bay is also going to be without 2 starting offensive linemen, no right tackle Zach Tom, and no left guard Aaron Banks for Green Bay in tonight's game. Other NFL news, the Dolphins held a players-only meeting after week 1 because they had such a terrible loss to the Colts. Linebacker Jordan Brooks who's one of the Miami 6 captains this season, by the way, spoke to the Miami Herald and said that the message was to stay locked in after a loss like that and making sure that the belief is still there. Raiders tight end Brock Bowers missed practice today because of a knee injury, and also Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy missed practice because his wife was giving birth to their baby boy. And 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy could miss 2 to 5 weeks according to the NFL Network. He has a turf toe injury, likely to miss week 2 and 3. When it comes to baseball, all rise because Aaron Judge has hit home run number 45 of the season. Yankees up on the Tigers early. It's 1-0, top of the second inning. Royals over the Guardians 2-0, bottom of the first about to start. The Mets, who have lost 5 in a row, trying to snap out of that. They've scored 4 runs in the first inning against the Phillies. It's 4-0, bottom of the first. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Monty. Appreciate it. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a TV theme song Thursday. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Achy knees, stiff back, joints not cooperating. Well, some days your body is just like, And on those days, luckily, there is Bleav with just one pill. Bleav provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so you can keep moving. Use as directed. Our guest now might have needed an Bleav time or two because boxing is a tough sport. Showtime Shawn Porter is our guest, 2-time welterweight boxing champion. Showtime Shawn P on X. Shawn, what's up, man?
What's going on, fellas? How's everybody?
We're doing great. Before we get to the boxing, real quick, this is a TV theme song Thursday. What's your favorite TV theme song that you used to like to hear when shows came on?
Oh, man, you hit me with one. Maybe, what can I go with?
Not Good Times, the Jefferson. He's a young guy, but
so he's going to say my answer. Yeah. It's going to be Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince?
There it is. It's got to be Fresh Prince.
Told you, Rob. Rob, soon as you hear no, you just go in. You just go in.
Listen,
all right.
I choked. I'm not even gonna lie. I choked. So there it is.
Hey, Shawn. Let me ask you this. Let's get straight into it, man. We got a big fight, and I would argue it's a fight that back in the '80s, back in the '90s, even early 2000s would have been normal, right? Par for the course. We would get Canelo, and we got Bud Crawford. This would be, hey, the best of the best are fighting. So let's just start there. How thirsty the fan base is for a fight like this and how big it is to have it actually happen.
Yeah, this one is big. You know, you got Canelo Alvarez, possibly the greatest Mexican fighter of all time at this point. And you got Terrence Crawford, who I think has become a new fan favorite in the last, maybe 2 years, year and a half to 2 years. And I think that collectively that's what really helped make this fight happen. There's no one else for either of these guys outside of the opponent that they're getting in the ring with, you know. So it's big for boxing right now, and I think people are starting to appreciate it more and more the closer we get.
What kind of fight are you expecting? Is this is this a knockout fight? Is this a distance fight? What kind of fight?
I think it's a distance fight. I think both guys know how to manage the clock very well. I think both guys have the ability to land that punch at the perfect time. And usually it takes several rounds in order to create those kind of moments. So if it ends early, I think it's Canelo ending it early. If it ends late, is going to be Terrence Crawford ending it late.
All right, let's go here to
one more real quick on this fight. I wanted to ask you real quick, how much do you think when you have these outside forces, kind of like we see with the Live Golf, and we're having the Saudi Arabia, I think the prince there, jumping in saying, I want to be the one to save boxing, and I'm going to put a bunch of money in your pocket, and I want y'all to fight. Do you think that's good for the sport, or maybe you don't, that we don't have it happening here in the States?
It's been able to create some fights that I think the world has really wanted. Not the exact fights that we've wanted, but we've got, I think, a plethora of them. So it's good for boxing in that sense, but I think it all has to be managed better than it has been, respectfully. And I think that His Excellency knows that he's put a lot more money into this than he should have, but I think he also felt like, hey, I'm coming in here and I really want people to take me serious. And if it means this much money, I'm willing to do it. So all in all, I think it's going to work out for him, and I'm looking forward to what the future looks like.
Well, how about fights that we don't want to see, even if they're exhibitions? I mean, Tyson Mayweather. I mean, please, like seriously. I mean,
I don't know, man.
I mean, Shawn, this is terrible. We said it on the show. Do not endorse this. Do not watch this. Do not give this credence. It's awful. I know it's an exhibition, but why? It's just a money grab, Shawn. It's bad for boxing.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Please, let that be the last time you say that on air. This is what I've learned about boxing. Boxing is going to give you what, whether you like it or not. Tickets are still going to be sold. The fight is still going to happen. There's still going to be this pay-per-view moment and all that kind of stuff that happens. The worst thing you guys could do is hinder the sales because you don't agree with it. You got to let people who agree with it go for it. The people that, but I think at the end of the day, it's our job to sell it. It's our job to make people believe in it, whether we believe in it or not. It's a part of life, and I think that it's something that we all have to, just suck up and deal with.
Really, Shawn, really, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you would say that, seriously, because it does hurt the credibility of boxing. The last time Mike Tyson was there, the biggest thing we saw was his backside. I mean, there was nothing else going on. And people left there disappointed. Like, people really bought in and thought, look at Mike Tyson. Don't you see him?
Training videos.
Oh, man, he looks great for 60. People bet more money on Mike Tyson in Vegas. They got duped. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the issue. I hear you. You're right. People who want to waste their money, the tallest building in Detroit is the Penobscot. I always say that. You're better off taking that money, going to the top of the Penobscot building and throwing it off. Seriously.
Listen, this is what I'll say about it, though. There's lanes in boxing. The same way there's lanes in football. And football is Pee Wee, it's high school, it's college, it's Canada League, NFL. We got other leagues around the world. There's semi-pro. There's a lane for this. The problem is boxing has never established these specific lanes, which is why you get an exhibition happening, and people don't know, is this really for points? Can there really be a knockout? And is somebody actually going to get their hand raised? That's boxing's fault for not creating these lanes and making sure that people understand these lanes are established. This is a lane where two iconic fighters have, for whatever reason in the world, have chosen to get in the ring with one another. The thing that I do like about this is the fact that they are on record for not liking one another. I like that about this. I don't care what you guys say. To me, there's an element to this fight specifically, or this exhibition specifically, that isn't in most boxing matches.
Well, I tell you what, Shawn,
I'll tell you something.
Shawn,
do you know
on the
what,
other side
Shawn,
of it now. He on the other side of it now.
Hey, Shawn, I want you to look up in the dictionary. I want you to look up in the dictionary the word fraud. Okay, that's what I want you to look up.
Shawn on the other side of it now,
This is
Rob.
fraudulent, and the consumer protection agency is going to be involved. This is straight up fraud. That's what it is.
Hey guys, so here's the difference between me and you. I have the Welterweight podcast. You guys like, subscribe, follow all the good stuff. The Welterweight podcast is an entertainment podcast, but it revolves around boxing. What that means is, no matter what, the odd couple, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. I still have to cover this, whether I like it or not.
Hey, you know what? And I'll give you some credit, Shawn. You brought up a great point. I really do like your point about lanes, whereas we know what you're going to get, right? There's certain things in NBA, you got the G League, you got this, you got boxing. That's interesting. I kind of get what you're saying. Hey, this is just the entertainment side of it. This is the real boxing. Last question for me then back to the real boxing. Are we getting back to where we're going to see the best of the best square up? Or do I got to wait till they're both in their late 30s? Or can I get it now? And if so, who's up next that we can see where they're going to start fighting?
That's a great question. I think the one that could be up next that I really like, I'm hearing Teofimo Lopez might be getting in the ring with Ryan Garcia. I think that's the one I heard most recently, and I really like that fight. I think there's a lot of big fights to be made, but I think we're a bit of ways away from getting these fights consistently. I think that the reason why we got so many big fights consistently is because His Excellency was trying to establish his place in boxing. Once that's done, I'm not sure what the business model is going to be. It could be him still throwing a lot of money at some big fights that are down the line, but I can't guarantee that for you guys. But let's just cross our fingers. I hope that isn't the case.
All right. Well, I feel it's going to be a rough podcast after the fight. We're going to listen to it, though, right, Shawn. We're going to listen. Appreciate you.
Listen, I had Chris Broussard on yesterday. You guys can go take a look at that show.
There you have it.
We'll do that. Who was that guy? He used to have a show, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think so.
I ain't love it, but I liked it. All right, Shawn. Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
All right, take care.
No doubt. Of course, you got that big fight happening this weekend. Should be a good one for sure. All right, we got Play of the Day and Shekel City on the way. Plus, we got to get you ready for Thursday Night Football. It's a good one, man. Remember Thursday nights used to be trash? We got a good one going on. It's The Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, Fox Sports Radio.
But yeah, Steph was on the Today Show promoting his new book, and they were asking him about the impact he's had on the league since he's come in. And here's what he said about where the league is now and how it compares to years past.
I was always told by a wise man when I was getting into the league, like, you want to leave the league in a better place than when you found it. And I think just the way that you see the skill level right now, the way that the range is kind of taking over, you guys shooting threes all over the court, but just from 1 through 5 and all the way down the roster, I think this is the most skilled, era of basketball history. And so whether that was, young kids in the game now seeing, my generation, the way that I play and getting inspired by that, like that for me is important and something I don't take for granted.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it in the sense that, yes, maybe if you're talking about 15-man roster, maybe 12 through 15 are more skilled than the 12 through 15 in the 80s and the 90s. I'll give you that. I will give you there's somebody on the bench in street clothes who, if I took that guy and the street clothes guy from 86, he would cook him up. I'll give you that. But where I think people get this whole thing misconstrued is this is the era, and we've talked about this, Rob, this is the personal trainer era. This is I don't just go play and try to play ball and hoop. This is I got to have a personal trainer to work. Ha, 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 step back, step back. Ha, ha, step back, step back, step back. And to me, okay, yeah, you might have a step back better than somebody 8'9". You know what they had better then? They knew how to win. They knew how to make basketball plays. They knew how to play with the team. They knew how to play within a system. And I think that's one of the things I would get misconstrued. I'm not saying all these guys can. Obviously, Steph is one of the greats. And if you look at current guys, LeBron. But I'm looking at, to me, yeah, okay, yes, there's a handle. Yes, there's, an ability to do Euro step or something, as if the Euro step didn't happen back then. I don't buy that it equates to better basketball. That's my biggest thing. I don't watch basketball. Me and you just did our first whole postseason run in the playoffs, and I don't believe I watched better basketball than I did in previous years or eras. I don't buy that at all. I watch guys, and I'm confused sometimes. Did you not see the open man? Did you not see the back cut? Why would you take that shot? And just because I got a 6'10" dude who can shoot threes, who's allowed to shoot more threes. That doesn't mean he's better. I tell you this all the time, Rob. If I told Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, Chauncey Billups, Detroit guy, you're allowed to shoot 18 threes tonight and we wouldn't bat an eye, I don't know what those guys would have had. If I told Isaiah Thomas, Mark Price, the other guy, you can shoot 20 threes tonight and we literally wouldn't even think twice. Well, then, yeah, he might look even more skilled. And let me also offer you this. Everybody keeps talking, and I don't believe everybody believes it, but you get the whole plumber joke about back in the day. And I start thinking, I'll say, man, when I look at Magic Johnson highlights, I ain't seen nothing like it since. Name the guy, if I showed you those, who's that skilled to do that. Michael Jordan, we talk about him every daggone day just about. I still haven't seen that. I've seen people try, never seen that. So the idea that just simply because guys spend more time with personal trainers and they work on this and work on that, are they more skilled? Okay, maybe the last few dudes on the team. But the idea that it's better basketball, it's better aesthetically, it's better from a high-quality standpoint, that part I don't agree. And I don't think when I watch games now, that in most of the games, not all, that it's a better brand of basketball than years previous. I don't agree with that portion of it for me.
I don't agree with it at all. I just think this is typical. That was Steph patting himself on the back, that because of him shooting logo threes, he's made everybody better and everybody wants to be like him, and he's revolutionized basketball. The reason he's had success is because of the rule changes, the spacing that people have, the idea that you can't defend anybody, touch anybody. That makes for an easier game. It just does. You talk about players all the time, and they'll tell you, it's easy to score. All the European players say, dude, are you kidding?
Well, they all come here and be like, wait, this is the NBA physically from a physical standpoint?
Right. There's nothing here. Like, really? I can't even put my hand. I can't even touch you. Sure, the skill's better. I have a free path.
It's Cincinnati. Cincinnati, WJR. To the bridge. Tired of it. Up and down. Whenever be one little while. Where we at, Raleigh?
You got a tissue for me?
Oh, boy, there you have it. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a TV theme song Thursday. Clearly, it's a TV theme song Thursday. Shout out to Shawn Porter, just joined us. If you missed it, go check out the podcast. You'll be able to listen to all of the interviews. Always some good stuff there. All right, it's time now for your Tire Rack Play of the Day.
Here's the pitch, and Mookie swings, hits a drive, deep left center. It is back. It is a grand slam for Mookie Betts. Oh, a Mookie moment here. Mookie Betts on a 3-0 pitch. It is 8-0.
Mookie Betts right there. Dodgers get the win 9-0. You have that on Dodgers Radio. That's your Tire Rack Play of the Day. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection. And they have convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, where they'll come to you at work, at home, doesn't matter. TireRack.com, it is the way tire buying should be. Chris Paul was at the game. He told him, hey, man, hit me a home run. Hit him a grand slam. That's pretty cool. It's time now for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
All right, how'd you do?
It's been a rough couple days. It just has. 0-3 against yesterday. Yeah.
Hey.
Elijah, can we reset?
No,
Yeah, we got to reset.
4-11. Elijah.
All right, if you go 4-14 tomorrow, it's a reset. Act like it's a quarter of the game.
We're not resetting.
Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
All right, here we go. Tonight, it's a bounce back TV theme song Thursday.
What if you just do the opposite of what you think?
No. Packers -3. Hosting the Commanders. Okay. Packers -3. That's my best bet. Okay. I got the Yankees -1.5.
They keep doing you in, man.
Yes. Yankees -1.5 at home, taking on the Tigers.
Yes.
And I got the Padres -1, and the Padres keep doing me in too.
Yep.
But I just figure like they got to win tonight.
At some point.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
I know.
That's like gambling. This got to be my hand, right? Come on.
I know you think that. All right, here we go. Padres -1.5, Yankees -1.5, and the Packers -3. And remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
All right. Speaking of, we're talking about games. We got a good one. You said you're going with the Packers, who are at home hosting the Commanders, favored by 3. But this is a good. I mean, this could be an NFC Championship matchup. You know, a lot of people are big on both teams. Both look good week 1. But I like this, man. 2 young quarterbacks who are making names for themselves. If you're the Packers, you got to get after Jalen Daniels. My goodness, because he is just efficient. He is high completion percentage, and obviously he's mobile as heck. So if you're the Packers, you want to do that. And I also wonder, too, Rob, Mike could play, 29 snaps, or I think 60, 66. I'm wondering where he is this week. You know, will he be basically 100% of the snaps he should be in? Will he be there? Will he be
I don't think he's
75%
there yet, right?
working him in? That'll be an interesting thing for me because he's the type of guy you're going to need, a speedster on the outside, chasing a Jayden Daniels around. So that'll be an interesting watch there.
I just think this will be interesting. I know the Packers are missing a couple of offensive linemen, but just the idea of, where they are. They come off the big win against the Lions at home, chance to beat a good team at home. This would be a great start. Are you kidding? Two teams that were vying last year that were in the playoffs, the Lions and Washington. So if they were able to win those first 2 games, it would put them in a great starting spot. It's tough. That's why the only 3-point favorite is kind of like the average when you're at home. So it's not like people are saying, oh, yeah, for sure that they're going to steamroll Washington. I don't think it's that at all. But it's a big game to just see how that thing plays out.
Yeah, for sure. And then also to see the Lions play and the Packers play, to kind of see, well, the Packers just juiced up. They're at home. They get Micah. It's the team that has been beating them up, and obviously in the Lions. And also, are the Lions, were they that bad or do they regress? So, get better. So I'd be interested to see if the Packers were like on an ultimate high or if this is just who they are this season. Like, watch out for them. They're world beaters. And 2, going back to the earlier point, too, these are 2 quarterbacks who obviously the franchise is like, we've got our guys. The Packers already paid theirs. They're all in. They just gave Micah a bag of money.
A big for a non-quarterback?
Yeah, because they're saying, hey, man, we believe in this team, this roster, and, we believe we have maybe a 3 to 5 year window of getting some things done. So they're all in. The Packers have done everything. They're at all the chips are in. And then even the Commanders, Debo looked right. We were wondering, would he be okay? Would he be healthy? How would they use him? And Debo looked good last week as well. So they got another weapon for Jayden Daniels. They were able to get McLaurin back in, obviously get his main weapon, get him in the fold. He had the holdout. So both teams are all in, and they're feeling like they're not wasting time. This is a season to go make some things happen.
Yeah. This is an interesting game. If the Packers roll, they beat
legit teams.
Like run them out of the yard or whatever. You got to start looking at them and going 2-0 at home, 2 really big wins, and they have to go in with even more confidence as they continue to play some of the other teams, because those are to start the year. You easily could have been 0-2.
Yeah, actually, I want to pull up the
right.
I'm gonna pull up the Packers' schedule, the remainder, just to see kind of how their start could potentially be. Because you mentioned, you got the Lions. That would be a good one if you beat the Commanders. They who Who they got after that? Then they got the Browns and the Cowboys. So, and then the Bengals. They got a few lighter ones after this. We got to keep talking about Jaden Daniels next.
So, as you mentioned, big news coming out of New York. The Jets, in the wake of their loss on Sunday to the Pittsburgh Steelers, as you recall, that game where they were up by 2 scores, actually. Aaron Rodgers marches them down, scores a touchdown. On the ensuing kickoff, Xavier Gipson fumbles the ball. A couple plays later, Aaron Rodgers scores again. Suddenly, a 2-score lead is suddenly a deficit, and Pittsburgh goes on to win the game. Well, Gibson was relieved of his duties on Wednesday. And when asked about it, Aaron Glenn put a message out to the rest of his team. Take a listen.
We released Xavier Gipson, and we will be bringing in some other guys. We already brought one guy in, Isaiah Williams, who I know. He was with us in Detroit. I think 23 or 24. He was with us. And then we're going to look at some guys that's in-house. And I want to be known that decisions that's made are not rash decisions, and they're never based off of one incident. So, and I will keep it at that. Xavier's a really good player. He's going to play in this league, but I felt there was time for us to move on in another direction.
This is where Aaron Glenn lost me, and he's playing a very dangerous game. Here's the issue I have. He's saying it wasn't rash. No, he felt like they lost him the game, and that's what you do with players. We just had Trey Wingo on, and he talked about it. If that was a better player and that happened, would he be released today?
No.
Of course not. And you got to be careful because players see through that. You used him as a scapegoat to make yourself big and bad. Go cut a former Pro Bowler or somebody who made a big mistake in a big situation. Now you got my attention. Oh, that guy was a Pro Bowler. That guy was a really good player. Wow. Cutting the low-hanging fruit, and acting big and bad like you've done something. You didn't do anything. This guy came in, I read, he had 10 fumbles. That was his 10th fumble. So guess what he does sometimes? He fumbles the ball. Not new. So I just think you better be careful. You got to back this up because if somebody else, you've now set itself up. And then to get up there and say it's not a rash decision. Yes, it was.
Listen, talent buys you a longer leash, right? If you're Jalen Carter and I spit on somebody, I spit on Dak, suspended the one game he missed, or they were suspending him another game, they weren't going to release him. We've seen guys do some wild stuff, whether it be getting issues off the field, on the field, misplays. Let me tell you who ain't getting kicked off the team who made a fumble mistake. Derrick Henry.
Perfect example.
Big time fumble. Fourth quarter, the Bills are coming back. One of the best running backs, maybe the best outside of Saquon, however you want to do it, fumbles. You know what you do? You smack him on the helmet. You say, hey, we'll be all right. We're going to bounce back next game. Don't worry about it, big fella. Don't even worry about it. Because that's Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry ain't going nowhere. Now, maybe you want to be careful smacking Lamar Jackson on the head because he might push you and shove you up a little bit and rough you up a little bit. That's a story for another day. But so that's an easier thing to do for a guy who's a kick returner and who fumbles. But the one thing I did hear is when he said, we don't do these things based off never one incident is what he said, never one incident. And so then you brought up the fumbling. The only thing I can think is if this guy between fumbling, maybe was showing up late, and again, skill set aside, meaning if he was great, we already know. They'd be making up excuses. They'd be finding ways. So he must have done, whether it continues to fumble and practice stuff we never see, right? In practice.
He shouldn't have been out there.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have been out there.
When you're that guy and you're barely hanging on by a thread, you don't get the luxury of making a bunch of mistakes, let alone a crucial and critical mistake. You just don't have that luxury. Derrick Henry is afforded that. You're not. But I understand the ideology of false bravado. Coming out, pumping your chest, this is what I'm going to do. If you make mistakes, I'm going to let you go. So you want to be careful of false bravado. But, again, talent allows you a leash. It gives you grace. that when you're a middling, fledgling player, you don't get. And another example of this, what Trey Wingo brought up earlier, but I watched the America's Team documentary. Jimmy Johnson, Trey brought him up, but watching that doc, you see he was known for that. Like, he was just known for, there was a running back who was filling in while the holdout, while Emmett was in his holdout. He was like, he fumbled a crucial play, cut him, get out.
Week 2 of the NFL kicks off in about 15 minutes as the Green Bay Packers will be hosting the Washington Commanders. Packers star pass rusher Michael Parsons, who's been dealing with a back injury, he is active for tonight's game. Commanders running back Chris Rodriguez is inactive, and Green Bay will also be without 2 starting offensive linemen, no right tackle Zach Tom and no left guard Aaron Banks. The NFL Network is reporting that 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy could miss 2 to 5 weeks with a turf toe injury. Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy missed practice today because his wife was giving birth to their baby boy. And Raiders tight end Brock Bowers missed practice today because of a knee injury. In Major League Baseball, all rise because Aaron Judge has hit home run number 45 of the season. Yankees are up on the Tigers at home. It's 3-1, top of the 3rd inning. The Mets trying to snap their 5-game losing streak. And right now they're on top of the Phillies 4-0, bottom of the 3rd. I'm Ansi Bolaños.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 on a TV theme song Thursday. Alex, the theme I was thinking about, we need a little 227 coming back.
Okay.
227.
Good one.
That's a good one.
Good one.
Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel. You saw us singing to Thank You for Being a Friend. Just watch us live on YouTube right now. That's right, simulcast. YouTube on the video, the two of us. Just go to youtube.com/@oddcouplefsr. Or if you're already within the YouTube family there, just search Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Do not stop there. Hit the thumbs up icon, comment away, let us know which one has the better take. All that.
Rob Parker.
Go check out. What are you guys talking about? Can I do this thing?
Yes. Go ahead.
Go check out our brand new channel on YouTube. Watch us live. My goodness gracious. Just search Odd Couple FSR.
I didn't mean to distract you. I'm sorry.
And subscribe.
Do it!
Thank you. Achy knees, stiff back, joints not cooperating.
No.
Some days your body's just like, no way, no how. And on those days, luckily, there's Bleav. Just one pill. And Bleav provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so that you keep moving.
12
as
hours
directed.
is good. That's too much of a good time.
That is. Don't forget, coming up in about 27 minutes, it's the college kids with Cierra Clark.
Get you some college football.
Now they always say congratulations.
That's right.
Graduation.
A new
and you made
feature
it.
we have every Thursday. Do a little college football. Sierra's the SEC, so we'll talk some football with her coming up.
Looking forward to that as well. How many people you need on the set?
That's right. Rob G.
Yeah, we got a big game here. And before we get into the game, what we're going to talk about with Jaden Daniels, I'll pull back the curtain because you want to know what we were talking about. I was throwing off your lead.
because you threw me off. I mean,
Kelvin Washington said something unbelievably racist. He said, I look like the Mexican Jordan Love.
That's got to be racist.
So I'm going to add it to the list of
tell him
things
what
that
you
I've
said,
been called.
though.
That's not the worst thing I've been
There
called.
you go. You liked it.
All right, so here we go. So this is just on YouTube because you know that now we're on YouTube streaming. There's going to get a lot more of this. But in the times that I've filled in, here are some of the names that I've been called on YouTube.
Okay. Who we got?
The Aladdin Indiana Jones movie extra.
No, that's crazy.
Fake Drake.
No, that's a bad one. That was bad.
DJ Khaled's little brother, but Mexican.
Okay. You know,
Is that Aaron Judge? Oh, it's Cody.
Aaron Judge.
I didn't say anything.
You know we're on YouTube. They just saw you.
Oh, God. Rob G, look at the TV.
I didn't say anything.
You don't have to. You know what? Your verbal body language said it all. Look at you, feeling good, Aaron Judge. You know, did you hear anything
I was
Rob
trying
G
to
just said
reveal
to
a
you?
major trauma right now,
Give me
Rob,
the
and
names
didn't
that
even
he
care.
said.
He
Say
said
one
that,
name.
what was the guy's name? I heard it, though, Rob. Go ahead.
It's all good.
I'm
But
glad
that's what
you
we
got
were
to see
talking
that on
about.
YouTube what I deal with.
No. Fake Drake.
Yes.
There you go.
I heard
Good job.
I
You
heard
heard one.
You heard
Because
one.
it rhymed. That's the only reason you remembered.
And what is it? Khaled's little brother.
Okay.
Bud Mexican.
Yeah.
And Bud Mexican, is that it?
No,
Not Bud.
Mexican.
Oh, Aladdin Phillip. Okay.
Shout out to Bud Mexican. Hey, yo, that's my new alien. Anytime I order something, yes, it was the name, sir. Yeah, Bud Mexican.
No, he was on. Wasn't he on Letterman? Oh, that was Larry Bud Melman.
No,
I thought
I'm
it was
crying,
Larry
yo.
Bud
No,
Melman.
that's my new. I need it on a T-shirt. Bud Mexican. That's my new one.
Sorry
man.
about that. Al.
I'm
That's a
crying.
good look for you.
Oh no, that would be bad.
So,
But
but yes,
especially where we are right now in the country.
that's what
Y'all
we were
be
talking about.
Calling y'all from
that
another
we were
country.
throwing off
You
your-
guys are doing that while I'm trying to do a professional read on a professional radio.
I
trying
bet
to
you
open
were.
up to you in a real way, and you're over here. Oh, Aaron Judge. Oh God,
I didn't say
another home run.
Hey, all you heard was cha-ching MLB, bro. Rob G, I had to watch because I need to know.
Because you need to know
do
it's
need to
right.
know.
You do.
And if you want more Aaron Judge content, check out the Inside the Parker podcast.
That's
Dropped
right.
earlier today. A lot of Aaron Judge conversation.
You got some John Carlos standing up in there?
Yes.
All right,
What on
making
MLB,
sure.
bro?
He don't get you excited like Aaron Judge, though.
Oh, I mean, he's gonna make the Hall of Fame if he gets to 500 home runs.
Will he be
I
the
respect
first
his
one, though,
career.
who doesn't?
What do you mean?
You know, you
If
think
he
he's
doesn't?
automatic?
If he gets 500.
500?
Yeah,
All right.
I think he does.
Somebody got to be the one to get it.
Bud Mexican. Unbelievable.
Hey, I
I've
don't
never
know why
lived
that
that
really
down.
is funny
Yes,
to me.
let's get back on track. We're about
All
10
right.
minutes away from kickoff. Big game right here in Green Bay. The Packers rocking the all-white unis, taking on the Commanders and Jaden Daniels. And the reason why this is a big game, because obviously everybody likes the Packers this season. They got Micah Parsons. They're a very popular pick for popular people to get to the Super Bowl
And you
in
know
the
what?
NFC.
The Packers are a public team, don't
They are.
They,
Yep.
they really
In a big
are.
way.
They are.
But the other team, very quietly, is gaining on him in the popularity. That's because of Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels had a rookie season to remember. But if you ask him about it, you don't want to talk about it. Because according to ESPN.com, they did a long feature on him. Here's what he said about how he played last year and what he's looking forward to build off of it. Here he said, quote, "Last year was last year. I don't like people talk about it to me and ask me about it because it don't mean anything to me. I don't say I get irritated about it, but kind of just moving on to be the present, trying to focus on getting better so I could be better for this year. I got so much more that I want to accomplish. Last year was just the beginning."
I love that. I really do. That's mature. That's not like I mastered the NFL in 1 year. I'm that dog and this. No. The sophomore jinx, that ain't about one person. That's been happening forever.
That's real.
In the NFL. Forever. And you can't even have a better exhibit A than C.J. Stroud. After his first year, you remember? They were picked for the Super Bowl the next year. Everybody was, oh, my God, C.J. Stroud. And they just added some other players. And look at that. They're loaded. Oh, my God. They took a step back last year. C.J. Stroud wasn't that good. This year, Rob G., I don't have the numbers. But I know that they didn't score a touchdown last week. Am I right?
He was running for his life.
I mean, it hasn't been the same since year one. And all Jaden Daniels is saying is, that was nice. I got work to do. I need to get better. And I'll tell you this. Look, that's all I'm saying. I didn't say anything.
You didn't say anything. MLB bro was about to
It
be
is high.
popping today.
It is far.
It is gone.
Very nice. John Sterling's retired, but that was a monster.
John Carlo.
MLB,
O.C. Parlo.
There you go. Look at that.
MLB bro, because you
gotta
need
find
to know.
that. No, but I like the young man's approach. I mean, I do.
Jaden Daniels to me is sometimes you watch something special and you go like, all right, that looks different. And to me, looking at him and everything I've ever heard, all his old coaches, everything we heard when he was at LSU, the stuff we heard when he was at Arizona State, Herm Edwards had him for a bit there. This kid he's kind of a Kobe in that a maniacal approach. All we ever hear, all he does is football, football, football. All he cares about is football. He's just locked into football. That's his That is his routine, and that's why he's wise enough to know last season ain't got nothing to do with this season. Can't be feeling yourself, can't be smelling yourself. You got to be locked in. And already, game one, he looked like he was locked in. And I think what makes him special, he's got a lot of – you've heard me talk about this before. He's got a lot of starts under his belt before he even got to the league. And also, he is very, very efficient, and his completion percentage is so high. Last season, I think it was 69% completion percentage. So he is scary, and he is special when he gets out of that pocket too. Somehow, as slender as he is, he doesn't take many hits. So he's just locked in.
But I will say this. I fully expect him to take a step back from that first year. I fully expect him not to. There's no way he could repeat that. And you got to remember, there are about would you say 3 games last year they had no business winning.
One was the Bears. We
that
talked about that.
Right. We always talk about that. But that turned their season around where they had these 3 games where they should have lost or whatever. And I'm not taking anything away from it. I just think it's natural that there is a little step back because they were so high on C.J. Stroud that they picked him for the Super Bowl next year.
A lot of people did.
And then you heard anything about the Texans this year?
No.
0. It went from that to they're going to the Super Bowl to nothing this year.
Their issue now, CJ's. Here's why I don't think the CJ Stroud. I get it. You and I have talked about it all last year. Why I don't see this happening to Jaden. CJ Stroud is for the most part, pocket present quarterback. He has to be in the pocket. He can get out a little bit, move when he needs to. And their offensive line has been terrible last year. He was sacked a whole bunch. He was hit a whole bunch. He was running for his life. And then you look at week 1, same thing. Where Jaden Daniels a little bit different is his ability and his escapability, his ability to run and get out and get open, and he likes to, and he's fluid as a runner, and this is what adds an element to him. And I think I look at him as somebody who can continue to be on a trajectory to actually get better, not even stay status quo, actually get better. You look at sometimes
he could get better, but I just don't think it's going to be his second year. I think once they have more tape on you, once they know your tendencies, like you scheme differently, and it doesn't mean he has to make an adjustment too. Because they see it, and you know this all the time when quarterbacks are new and they really don't know. It's almost like in baseball, when you first come up from the big leagues, you see a lot of guys get off right away. You know why? Because all they're doing is throwing fastballs. First, you got to show us that you can hit the fastball. Once you do that, now here comes the other stuff, and now that's where guys get mixed up and get sent back down to the minor leagues because they can't hit a curveball or all that stuff. So I just think they will game
adjust.
plan and adjust for him because you're right. He's two-dimensional.
The one area where he wasn't, and Rob G, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was 70% of his passing was to the right side. And I think a lot of teams, you mentioned, all right, he loves to just kind of get out and look to that right. I'm sure he's aware of it, and his team.
Right. You don't think that the other defensive
So I would
coordinators
imagine
are,
that his team hopefully is saying, let's swing it left a little bit. Maybe not so one-dimensional.
So predictable,
and
right.
predictable. But I just think he's just a unique talent. He's hungry, and he's a film junkie. We hear about he gets there all early, stays late. And I just think he's too talented. And I like that they didn't say, all right, McLaurin, that's too much money, get out of here. They know we want to be good and win now and compete now. So they signed him. They got Deebo Samuel, who came off to a nice week 1 for him. So they're bringing in guys and keeping guys, retaining guys to keep giving him weapons. So I actually don't think he's going to take a step back. Now, I'm not going to say they're going to win 12 games. They might win 10 or 11, but I don't think he individually is actually going to take a step back.
I don't think his numbers were so good.
They were. I think it was 3,800 passing and then like 800-something rushing.
Yeah, I can't imagine those numbers again.
I think he's in the 90 percentile of that same, meaning maybe it's 37, maybe it's 750. I think he stays right in that realm.
Because even against the Giants, they were okay. I mean, they didn't light it up.
They didn't have to. It was the Giants.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I don't. What were his final numbers? Did we have that?
I got it right here. Week 1, he ended up with 233 yards passing, 19 for 30 at a touchdown, and then rushing. He had 30 yards rushing.
Yeah, that's not a big day right there. I mean, but, it is the Giants. I'm
sorry, 68 yards rushing.
Yeah, I just think it'll be I just think it'll be a little bit of a
regression.
A step, yeah, a little bit. I'm not saying he's falling off the cliff or anything, but nobody got more love than C.J. Stroud. And I get it. Injuries happen.
That line
people
is
adjust.
terrible.
People adjust to you, all kinds of stuff. So we will see.
I think he's just a little more uniquely talented, he being Jaden, than C.J. Stroud.
All right, 877-99 on Fox is our telephone number. And do you believe Jaden Daniels is bound to take a step back this season or no? You're like Kelvin. You're going to say he's going to take another step forward. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
To hear the great
Blood Mexican.
set the table in the US of A.
How about now? Rob G, Dan Campbell, affectionately known by me as Dan Gamble.
Listen, that was one of your better
ones.
Because
he's lost.
I can't give you that.
He's lost big games for the Lions, in which they should have been able to advance to the Super Bowl by now. But he had a statement today, Rob G, in a little news conference.
Yeah, it sounds like he is well aware of the numbers because according to CBS Sports, only 25% of the teams in the NFL that start 0-1 end up reaching the playoffs. This goes back to 1990.
That's unbelievable. It's really
teams that start 0-2, though, Kelvin, make the playoffs just 12% of the time. And that might be a big reason why Dan Campbell, when he was speaking with the media today ahead of their matchup with Ben Johnson, the Chicago Bears, basically called this game a must-win. Take a listen.
Ben's my friend. He's always going to be my friend, but that nothing about that's going to change, We're going in getting ready to play Chicago. We're going to win this game. We have to.
We have to. Wow. He's saying that they have to. Week 2 against the Bears is a must win. And I kind of, it sounds crazy, but Campbell, I think, has figured it out. He doesn't have his security blanket anymore, which were those two coordinators, and I think he'll be exposed as we go forward with this season that the reason he had the success that he's had isn't because of his culture building. It's because he had two really good coordinators who wound up getting head coaching jobs because of what they did. Dan Campbell's not the offensive guy, defensive guy. He's not either of those guys. He's a rah-rah guy, and the problem is, when you're a rah-rah guy, that sounds good when you're winning. And people can say, oh, he changed the culture. I run through a wall for Dan Campbell. That's easy to say when you're winning and you're undefeated on the road and you win 15 games and all that. But as soon as you start to get pushed around like a rag doll like we saw, or have a vanilla bean offense that we saw in Green Bay, things change. Things tighten up. And I believe the Bears will pull the upset, send the Lions to 0-2, and Dan Gamble will be exposed that it wasn't him. It was Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn.
I don't agree with that. Absolutely, Ben Johnson played a massive role. He's phenomenal as an offensive coordinator. And Aaron Glenn was a really good defensive coordinator. Where I disagree with you is a couple of things. One, Dan Campbell, you're acting like he came right into a winning situation. You spent time in Detroit. A putrid culture, a team, a culture, an organization that ain't won jack, that wasn't doing jack, it wasn't headed in the right direction. So it wasn't like he came into winning and then he's just had this sustainability. What he came into was the first year, they went 3-13, but they did not fold. The next year, 9-8. And remember, they started off like 1-5 or 6 or something.
I don't want to stop you. Ben Johnson was the offensive coordinator's first year?
I don't know how far it goes back.
No, he was not. Go ahead.
Go ahead. That was clearly not
ahead.
the point. The point is they didn't go to 3-13. They go to 9-8. They go to 12-5, and then obviously 15-2. And the reason why they got better, you know how many teams have great coordinators and don't do jack with them, and then we see the coordinator go somewhere else, and we're like, oh, I guess he was a pretty good coordinator because he created Brad Holmes. First, let me start there. The general manager brought in the right guy in Dan Campbell, who they collectively bring in the right guy as a coordinator and create a culture and draft well. Drafting well is probably going to end up biting them in the butt in the next couple of years because they're going to have to pay a bunch of really good young guys between the end of the season and next season. And to me, they've drafted well, built well, developed well, and they have a great system going. You talk about baseball, you like baseball? They got a great farm system going where the guys they draft, they develop, and they become very useful on the football field. And they have a grit about them that they bounce back and they continue to compete. They could have folded after the NFC Championship game against the 49ers. They did. They came back and got better.
Let this breathe. Cause there ain't no place like home.
Skidididibididibidiboo. Same old thing.
Here we go. Well, there's no place like home.
You're never alone.
Here we go. Big finish.
All right, let's do it.
Cause there ain't no place like. Ain't no place like.
Better believe it.
There ain't no place
Monty,
like.
There's no place like. Do 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 do.
I mean, no place, child.
Boom.
Come on.
Yeah. You know you're real when you sing your own anthem. You're the main star of the show.
Marla Gibbs.
Marla Gibbs sang her own TV theme song.
Yes, and Rob G. The name of the show is not 227, it's 227. I just want you to know.
Make sure. Yeah, you guys are 227.
227.
All right. Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the TV theme song
Thursday. We're having a ball tonight.
We are. We got Thursday night football kicking off right now. It's nothing. I know the Packers are moving the ball. I can't see exactly where they are, but Monty will keep you updated with that in just a little bit. We got the college kids with Cierra Clark going to be coming up in a little bit.
Making her debut.
We'll talk some SEC football. Packers pass midfield right now. And these white shirts, I don't know.
Look weird.
The white helmet.
It's the helmet. That's if they had the yellow, gold, whatever you want to call that helmet, I'd be all right. Okay.
I'm going to say this. I know I'm the old man in the room. Stop with all the uniform changes.
How dare you interrupt our money? We try to make more money. So you can buy that jersey, That one's old. You got to buy this one.
Rob, I didn't want to say it, but I bet you if the jersey were black, you'd be okay with it.
No, I'm not. Look at that. That's racist. Why would you
No,
say
this
that?
is the one time I'll have Rob's back on this. He does like good old traditional
I do.
thing. Like right now we're watching the Yankees Tigers. That's a good
and the Yankees could sell a ton of black jerseys, Rob G. Am I right?
Yes, they could.
They
could, and they won't do it. They have the same jersey for 150 years. The same. They've never changed it. They won't put a name on the back. They won't do anything to it. And even the Tigers
for the
one,
most part,
what I like, the block letters, Detroit, the road uniform, and it's just gray. I love that uniform. And I know they've got some other, this is a different one they're wearing today, but that block letter one, I love that. I just like some, too
Classic.
many uniforms. Yeah, like you watch, the Packers look weird in all of
Who
white.
was it week one? There was another team who they had their own different colors, and you couldn't even see. I don't know if there's a flag on the play.
There's a hold. I saw.
Yeah, okay.
I saw a hold.
Oh, somebody down already, man.
There was a hold.
Injuries kept in.
All
All right. For over 40 years, Cierra has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. All right, let's get a phone call. We're just talking about Jaden Daniels. Will he take a step back? Will he get better? What are your thoughts on Jaden Daniels as we get, obviously getting to watch him on Thursday Night Football too? 877-99 on Fox. Let's take some calls.
All right, Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, I see Jaden Daniels taking another step forward in his sophomore year based on who he is as an individual. He's a worker, right? He's not going to rest on his laurels. He also has institutional strength based on the fact the Commanders made the right decision bringing Dan Quinn in there to run their organization. Again, Cowboys could have taken that chance. They didn't. Dan Quinn came in there and got the ship running right in the first year. Huge win against the Lions to advance the NFC Championship game. So he's
they did get help, though. Don't forget Jared Goff gave up 4 turnovers in that.
Man, he was throwing alley-oops to the wrong team. I don't know what he was doing.
I mean, Dre. Am I right or not on that?
No, Detroit has not been ready for prime time in 2 straight seasons. So they did blink as they did the year before against the 49ers. So he got some help. But also, he's got – my point with Jaden Daniels is he's got people around him to guide him and lead him in the right direction.
I like where he is. I'm all –
Mom's got to relax, though. Remember, Mom wouldn't let him be great. Who was he sitting next to again?
Juju.
Juju Watkins
Mom
from USC.
Mom wasn't letting him be great.
Mom was doing a little.
She said, I was just sitting there and let him be great. Speaking of Jaden, Jaden Reed is out right now for the Packers. He caught would have been a touchdown if it wasn't for a holding, but then landed on his shoulder. I'm sure Monty can have an update on that for us in just a little bit. But yeah, this is a good game, man. This will be a good one. Both teams are kind of even if one of the teams is going to lose. But I think how they play, the barometer.
Even if you're Washington, going to Green Bay and losing is not the end of the world.
I completely agree.
Their games, as long as you compete, give it your all, you're not going to win every game. I mean, that's not what you're looking for. Do you want to win? Sure you do. But you want to play well, and that's really where you got to be. Why
are you bringing up the Lions?
Because
they sure didn't. They didn't bring. It was like they forgot there was an NFL game. So, all right. On the way, like I said, we got the college kids with Cierra Clark. That'll be fun. We get to talk some college football with her, specifically SEC. And a little bit later on, Rob G's cooking up something for Shop Talk. We'll see what he has for that as well. Right now, we're going to check in with Monty Bolaños. Hey, Monty.
Monty, what do you think about that Bud Mexican?
It's crazy.
No,
it's crazy.
What is that?
I don't even know. You said it.
It was so funny because you were just so honest. You were like, Bud Mexican. Like, you weren't even trying to make a joke of it. That's what made it so funny.
Did I do that?
You did do that. You did do that.
I don't need you in stereo. In surround sound. I don't need no surround sound.
Monty, let me hear you say it. Go ahead.
Oh, don't do it, Monty.
Go ahead, Monty.
Did I do that?
You got to give a little more nasal.
No, I can't.
Did I do that? Did I do that?
The fact that you harmonize with yourself is the craziest part. Like
it
you literally
is. Did I do that? Did I do that? Is that a little bit better for you?
I can see me waking up in the middle of the night screaming nightmare. Ah!
And
What's wrong?
Him.
I had Rob in my head surround sound. Don't ever want to hear that again, Alex.
As you just mentioned, Kelvin, Jaden Reed did take a hard hit catching a ball in the end zone. There is no official word yet as to the injury that he may have suffered. Maybe he's fine, but he did look like he fell on his shoulder there a little bit. Packers still have the ball. They are on Washington's 33-yard line. It's 1st and down. Still 10 minutes to go. Washington hasn't got the ball at all. Jordan Love is 4 of 6 for 41 yards. Josh Jacobs, 3 carries for 8 rushing yards. Dontavian Wicks, 2 catches, 19 yards. That's literally all that's happened so far as we're kicking off week 2 of the NFL. Other NFL news, Chiefs say wide receiver Xavier Worthy was a limited participant in practice today because of a shoulder injury that he suffered against the Chargers in week 1. How about this out of the NCAA? Did you guys hear that 13 college basketball players from 6 different schools were involved in gambling schemes that included betting against their own team as part of their investigation?
Why
that
are we
the
not
NCAA
surprised?
is doing this.
Why are we not surprised? I told you this.
This is about to be so prevalent.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell
So
these kids
prevalent.
that they can make some money off it or help their cousins or family members or whatever.
It's so easy.
It's so easy.
It is
Man,
so
they
easy.
got your team,
Or
under
you-
23s in the first half.
Or you know the quarterback ain't playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you know
Exactly.
somebody ain't right.
Hey, I'm just saying, quarterback ain't right. Shoulder
insider-
ain't right.
That's insider trading. That's
absolutely.
Over under set at 25 completions.
Oh,
Take
yeah,
the
he
under.
ain't in there,
Take the
right.
under.
Absolutely. The players have not been named as the investigation remains ongoing. Let's go to baseball because Aaron Judge has hit another home run. Yes, another one. 46 on the season. He drove in his 100th run, and he tied Joe DiMaggio on the career home run list for the
Can
Yankees.
you say AL MVP? Oh, I'm sorry.
He's
Go ahead.
trying to. 361. Also, Giancarlo Stanton also homered. So right now the Yankees are on top of the Tigers 6-1. It's the bottom of the 4th inning. They also have the bases loaded and still have 2 outs to go in the Bronx. Marlins over the Nationals, if you care. 2-0 bottom of the 7th inning. Royals are edging the Guardians 2-1 top of the 5th inning. And the Phillies are on the scoreboard. Otto Kemp with a 2-run shot. Mets are still up though as they're trying to snap their 5-game losing streak. It's 4-2 bottom of the 5th. Back to you guys.
Appreciate you, Monty. Thank you. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a TV theme song Thursday. Been a great one thus far. Alex, appreciate you. Achy knees, stiff back, joints not cooperating. Some days, body is just like, nope. And on those days, thankfully, there is Bleav, and with just one pill, Bleav will provide up to 12 hours of pain relief so you can keep moving. Please use as directed.
K-Dot.
What's up?
Just wanted to shout out somebody in the live feed on YouTube.
Oh,
Fernando, finally recognizing the GOAT on the show. Just saying.
Oh, he shouted you out? Okay. Or Monty's ready to point
done.
the finger. All right. Well, shout out to you.
Thank you.
I'm still about to clip your ponytail. That's neither here nor there. It's time now for College Kids.
It's time for the College Kids here on The Odd Couple. A look at this week's college football through the eyes of the young and inexperienced. They swear they know college ball.
Just remember, when you give your answer, give a pause for the drop.
Are their takes sophomoric or graduation worthy? Rob and Kelvin will decide. Bring them on.
That's right, College Kids Week 2. Moving over to the SEC, though, this week. And in order to do so properly, we had to bring in an elite ball knower from that conference. None other than Bleav Network's own Cierra Clark. Cierra, how are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
Doing
It's so
great.
great to
Looking
have
forward to it.
All right, just like last week, Sierra's got 3 very hot takes, all related to SEC college football. So let's get started. You guys tell her if her takes are sophomoric, graduation worthy. Here we go. Take number 1. As you guys know, Alabama had a crushing loss in week 1 to Florida State. They rebounded in a big way, though. Last week, 73-0, matter of fact. However, Cierra maintains, even after that big win, the Alabama dynasty is OVER. Over, Cierra. Tell us why.
I just think every single sports dynasty comes to an end eventually. We saw it with UCLA basketball, Indiana basketball, even the Patriots, and now it's in college football with the Alabama Crimson Tide, simply because Nick Saban is not there anymore. That is why. Before the Florida State game, the FSU quarterback, Tommy Castellanos, even said, they don't have Nick Saban to save them anymore. So I don't see them stopping me. And at first, I thought that was a crazy take, but I was like, this Alabama team looks exhausted. They're not as physical, and it's just not the same. Nick Saban had a military-ran football program that was out of this world. I think now that he's not coaching anymore, we can see how much of a dominant coach he was and how much the players not only respected but kind of were scared of him, and we don't see that anymore. And I think also a lot with NIL and the transfer portal, the playing field is a lot more even. Teams don't have as much depth as they used to. And so I think that the Alabama dynasty is over. It's going to be a lot more even when it comes to who's coming out the SEC and winning these championships.
All right. I think that is graduation worthy. Congratulations, you've graduated. And you hit on just all the points. So just to add a little bit more context, I think with so many teams now are out there that are able to get these players, the transfer portal, as you mentioned, there's no continuity, and that's what Alabama would do. They'd bring you in as a freshman cornerback, and you might not play for a year or two, but you got better and better and better so that you'd have 2 years of starting, and they just had a machine-like thing that kept going. They don't have that as much now, and other teams have developed it. So I don't think that will they be good? Yes. Will they win one maybe every couple, 2, 3, 4 years? Yes. But the idea of annually or being in it, I think is gone.
And Cierra, I'm going to say you're college worthy, graduation worthy as well.
Now they always say congratulations.
But the only thing I'm going to say is that this was an early graduation because this was over January 10, 2024 when he resigned. And Nick Saban said he was done because people forget. And I get to school like Alabama.
Yep.
But after Bear Bryant, it was dried up. Bare for a long time before Nick Saban showed up. So it ain't just a school. Mm-hmm. It ain't just the tradition of Alabama and all that. There were dry times there at Alabama, and they're going to be dry again this time around.
What's next?
Good stuff. Take number 2. This one is a doozy, and I love it. Sierra is looking at this college football scoreboard this weekend, and she sees a lot of big games, right? Number 16 A&M versus number 8 Notre Dame, number 18 South Florida, number 5 Miami, number 3 Utah, number 15 Tennessee. But she said, nah, to hell with that. The most exciting game of the weekend by a long shot, Arkansas and Ole Miss. Sierra, tell us why.
You got some explaining.
I could be a bit biased because I have covered the Razorbacks for several years. But Arkansas is a team that is always overlooked. They always get a really tough schedule when it comes to the SEC ever since they've joined the league in the 90s. And this Arkansas team is just very underrated. They were ranked really low and all of that. But they're taking on an Ole Miss team. And not a lot of people know about this rivalry that goes back and forth. I mean, in 2001, when Arkansas played Ole Miss, and Eli Manning was the quarterback for the Rebels at the time. That game went to 7 overtimes. At that time, it was the longest college football game ever. So this game always gets pretty heated. The closeness of the game is always really close. But this year is really special because we get to see Arkansas's quarterback, Taylen Green, finally come into himself. He's been injured last year, and now we can see that kid can run the football. He's coached by Bobby Petrino, their offensive coordinator, who, of course, developed Lamar Jackson. And there was a picture of him last week hurtling over a defender from the opposing team. It was like almost identical to the way Lamar Jackson has done it. So Taylen Green is just a guy to watch. And then Ole Miss, there was lots of hype with the Rebels year after year because of their head coach, Lane Kiffin, who has been in college football for a very long time, very established coach. He hasn't really won the big one yet. And so now he has his young quarterback, Austin Simmons, 19 years old. He's already graduated college, by the way, if we're talking about graduation. And he has a lot of hype with him, too. He helped them beat Georgia last year when their quarterback, Jackson Dart, was out. And so this is really going to be
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, let me jump in here.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
I'm going to say this is sophomoric.
Back to school. Back to school.
Hey, Sierra, South Florida beat Florida last week, and now they got a chance to beat Miami. That would be the Florida two-step, right? A big win against Florida, and then they could double up on that in Miami. That's the big game that I want to see this coming week. Kelvin, where are you?
Sierra, that was sophomoric.
Back to school. Back to school.
You took the words out of my mouth, Rob. I had that game listed as another one as well. And there's a couple of games that are out there that, you could look at and say
Georgia,
could be better
Tennessee?
than that. Georgia, Tennessee. There's a handful. So, yes, you were biased. I appreciate you being honest that you were biased, that you covered the Razorbacks. But dang it, there are some other games that I want to see. Now, if they win and it's a competitive game, maybe next week if you bring back Arkansas, we can have that conversation. But for right now, you are still a sophomore.
Y'all are rude. I thought Sierra brought it on that one.
Here we go.
Last one. College Kids with Cierra Clark, Bleav Network host here with the Odd Couple. the hottest take of the night.
Okay, hold on now.
Cierra believes that the winners of this weekend's LSU Florida and Georgia Tennessee showdowns, the winner of those two games, will face off in the SEC championship game at the end of the year. She's calling it after week 2. Okay. Cierra, explain yourself.
Well, to go back on the South Florida-Miami thing, the reason why I want to avoid that game is because I'm a Florida grad, and Florida obviously lost to South Florida, and then they play Miami the next week, so I kind of want to just pretend that game doesn't exist. But to go back to the original question.
I didn't know you were on the team. You said we. I'm just saying.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Guys, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
But to go back to the original question, LSU has lots of hype heading into the season. I am looking forward very much to Florida LSU. It's just more of one of the sexier matchups. It's always a crazy rivalry. But LSU's quarterback, Garrett Nussmeier, extremely strong with the arm. LSU fans have a lot of expectations this year. They want national championship or bust, but they didn't look that great against Louisiana Tech last year. They didn't run the football that well, but they could be playing to their opponent, who knows. And so they play Florida, which Florida, as we saw, lost to South Florida. I think LSU will win this game. I just don't think Florida's quarterback, DJ Lagway, feels comfortable yet. He's been injured a lot through spring and fall. But I think this LSU, if they blow Florida out and show how dominant they are, I think that team will end up in the SEC championship. As for Georgia, Tennessee, that is the other one that I think one of those teams will end up in the SEC championship game. I'm leaning more Tennessee because I just am really impressed with their quarterback, Joey Aguilar, and how, he just came in from App State and UCLA, basically in a trade with their old quarterback, Nico Yamaleava, who's at UCLA now. And I think that's just going to be a shootout game in Neyland Stadium. It's one of the best college football environments. And both of those teams have played cupcake teams this year, except for Tennessee. They played Syracuse. It's not that impressive, really. So I think that this will be an intense game, and it's going to really show us who is the dominant team in the SEC.
Well, and that is why you are graduation worthy.
They always say congratulations.
I mean, you pretty much said it all. I just think those are some of the better teams, and you see what Georgia's been able to do the last handful of years. And I think, if they win this, they've kind of put themselves in a nice track to get to the SEC championship game, and then, of course, ultimately the college football playoffs. So I'm not mad at you on that pick. 2 out of 3, you graduated with me.
Well, I'm going to say it was sophomore.
Back
to school. Back to school.
It is only week 2. It's early. It's just too early to crown people, and they're going to the championship game. So many things can happen. Injuries, a fluke loss. We see that kind of stuff happening. So I'm not there with you, Cierra. I think it's just too early to say that that's what's going to happen. And we don't have to worry about the next 10 to 12 weeks in college football. But anyway.
I try, Cierra.
There you go. Cierra, thank you.
Thank you so much. Cierra Clark TV, give her a follow. College Kids, this is week 2 in the bag. We'll be right back at it again next Thursday. So thank you, Cierra. Appreciate it.
Nice job.
Nice job, as
Thank
always.
you. You guys have a good one.
No doubt. All right, Rob G is in the kitchen. It's in the kitchen cooking up for Shop Talk. We'll see.
Is he making tacos?
No, this is C.
That's got to be racist.
You can't. Not right now, guys.
Racist.
Not right now. You know what?
Racist.
What did I say?
The country is doing a lot right now. It's okay. We got Shop Talk on the way.
All right, is he making
just say something
Rob,
different.
Rob.
Say porridge
grilled
or something.
cheese?
Rob.
Porridge. There
Let's
you go.
get to hour 3.
Are you frying chicken?
There you go. Oh, what you trying to say now?
No,
Rob.
I'm just.
Oh, I
Racist.
got nervous. It is the Odd Couple. Fox Sports.
How about now? Rob G, Dan Campbell, affectionately known by me as Dan Gamble.
Listen, that was one of your better
ones. Because he's lost.
I can't give you that.
He's lost big games for the Lions, in which they should have been able to advance to the Super Bowl by now. But he had a statement today, Rob G, in a little news conference.
Yeah, it sounds like he is well aware of the numbers because according to CBS Sports, Only 25% of the teams in the NFL that start 0-1 end up reaching the playoffs. This goes back to 1990.
That's unbelievable. It's really
teams that start 0-2, though, Kelvin, make the playoffs just 12% of the time. And that might be a big reason why Dan Campbell, when he was speaking with the media today ahead of their matchup with Ben Johnson, the Chicago Bears, basically called this game a must-win. Take a listen.
Ben's my friend. He's always going to be my friend, but that nothing about that's going to change, We're going in getting ready to play Chicago. We're going to win this game. We have to.
We have to. Wow. He's saying that they have to. Week 2 against the Bears is a must win. And I kind of, it sounds crazy, but Campbell, I think, has figured it out. He doesn't have his security blanket anymore, which were those 2 coordinators, and I think he'll be exposed as we go forward with this season that the reason he had the success that he's had isn't because of the offensive guy, defensive guy. He's not either of those guys. He's a rah-rah guy, and the problem is when you're a rah-rah guy, that sounds good when you're winning, and people can say, oh, he changed the culture. I run through a wall for Dan Campbell. That's easy to say when you're winning and you're undefeated on the road and you win 15 games and all that. But as soon as you start to get pushed around like a rag doll like we saw, or have a vanilla bean offense that we saw in Green Bay, things change. Things tighten up. And I believe the Bears will pull the upset, send the Lions to 0-2, and Dan Campbell will be exposed that it wasn't him. It was Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn.
I don't agree with that. Absolutely, Ben Johnson played a massive role. He's phenomenal as an offensive coordinator. And Aaron Glenn was a really good defensive coordinator. Where I disagree with you is a couple of things. One, Dan Campbell, you're acting like he came right into a winning situation. You spent time in Detroit. A putrid culture, a team, a culture, an organization that ain't won jack, that wasn't doing jack, and wasn't headed in the right direction. So it wasn't like he came into winning and then he's just had the sustainability. What he came into was the first year, they went 3-13, but they did not fold. The next year, 9-8. And remember, they started off like 1-5 or 6 or something.
I don't want to stop you. Ben Johnson was the offensive coordinator's first year?
I don't know how far it goes back.
No, he was not. Go ahead.
That was clearly not the point. The point is they didn't go to 3-13. They go to 9-8. They go to 12-5, and then obviously 15-2. And the reason why they got better, you know how many teams have great coordinators and don't do jack with them, and then we see the coordinator go somewhere else, and we're like, oh, I guess he was a pretty good coordinator because he created Brad Holmes. First, let me start there. The general manager brought in the right guy in Dan Campbell, who they collectively bring in the right guy as a coordinator and create a culture and draft well. Drafting well is probably going to end up biting them in the butt in the next couple of years because they're going to have to pay a bunch of really good young guys between the end of the season and next season. And to me, they've drafted well, built well, developed well, and they have a great system going. You talk about baseball, you like baseball? They got a great farm system going where the guys they draft, they develop, and they become very useful on the football field. And they have a grit about them that they bounce back and they continue to compete. They could have folded after the NFC Championship game against the 49ers. They did. They came back and got better.
Come on now. SpongeBob SquarePants.
A nautical nonsense be something you wish.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Go flop on the deck and look like a fish.
SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants.
What is it?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Say it, Monty.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Let me get on my little flute here.
Go.
You know what's funny? I actually, as Alex started playing that, I thought I was at home because my daughters, they watch it so much. I didn't even jump. I didn't even know the radio was on.
You saw I jumped up.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, I'm at home.
I can't believe we haven't played this in a while.
Been a while.
It's been a while.
Rob, can you say that comment off air on air, please?
What?
What type of flute was it?
No.
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a TV theme song. Thursday, if you miss any of today's show, you want to catch the podcast, just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. And right after the show, today's pod is going to be posted. Be sure to follow the pod, rate it 5 stars, and you can even provide a review. Again, just search the Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You're going to find today's full show and the best of version posted right after we get off. Rob G will have it all up there. All right, it's time now for Shop Talk.
Ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop. You know that. Ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop.
Now, it's Shop Talk.
That's right. It's Shop Talk here on The Odd Couple, the segment where we talk about something happening outside of the world of sports. This week's topic comes to us from in-house. That's because we got some drama building in the back. I don't know if you heard about it.
Yes.
But
what's going on?
Monty's going on a well-deserved vacation. She leaves later this week, I think on Sunday.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go to Orlando and go to all the theme parks.
And that's a cool story. But the most important thing is that Bree, we should hear yesterday doing the updates, offered very generously, said, hey, I will drive you to the airport so you can go to your flight. I know it's out of my way, but I would love to take you. Monty says, no, hell no. I don't want you to drive me. They've been having this fight back and forth now for weeks. So, guys, here's the question. Who's more out of bounds in this situation? Bree for insisting over and over that she be the one to drive Monty to the airport, or Monty, who no matter how many times her good friend offers, keeps saying thanks but no thanks.
Hold on a second. There are details missing here.
Nope, that's the headline.
No, there are details missing here.
We do the Reader's Digest version on this show.
I can give you the Reader's Digest. Okay. She lives in Seal Beach, and I live in Studio City. She's going to come to Studio City on her off day to take me to LAX? No.
Okay, can I say this to you, Monty?
What?
When you have a friend.
No.
Oh, stop.
No.
Stop. Who wants to hang out with you and do so.
Hang out?
Yep. Yes.
Where are we hanging out, in the car?
Yes, in the conversation or to the airport. She wants to be around you. She wants to hang out. And I think that it's a nice gesture, and you should just accept it and say thank you.
That's a bad friend. Letting
nice.
her do that?
What?
Come from Seal. I'm a bad friend to let her do that.
Because you're not asking her. You didn't ask her.
I didn't.
I offered specifically.
Yes, she offered. And also, I told her, I'll call you when I'm on the Uber if you want to talk on the phone.
That would be different if you asked her to go all the way out of her way. She's just being nice as a friend, and I think you should just embrace it. And open up your heart and say, you know what? She's a beautiful friend, and this is awesome.
That makes me a bad friend to allow her.
I'm Team Monty in this
Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
Because multiple reasons. One, Bree should know her friend and know that her friend is not going to let her do that. So you know, and you say, all right, girl, I know you're not going to let me. Now, Bree offering was the right thing to do. Hey, girl, you let me know if you need me, you know?
Sure.
And then you said that, and then you can move on and both happy. Hey, Bree was a great friend. She tried. And you said no thank you. Because one thing we all know living in L.A., traffic and trying to get to the LAX ain't no joke. And by the way, 405 on the weekends is about to be crazy with these shutoffs and all that.
What kind of friend are you?
Yeah, I'm a friend who said, girl, you ain't got to worry about it. That's what Uber's for.
Bree, I'm Bree.
Great. So I said,
that's right.
Okay,
so
all right,
said,
Alex, give Bree a ding. That was a good one.
Bree, she's
Bree was good.
And then I said, okay,
Alex, where are you, Alex? Rob G, Alex.
Then let me pay her.
Alex.
I just got a text from Ephraim who said, can Rob Parker open his heart to me? That's what I just saw right now. No, Rob, I'm actually in agreement with you 100%.
I didn't hear that. What was that?
I'm in agreement with...
He said, can you take him to the airport?
I'm in agreement with you because here's my thing, right? Just let me go real quick. Monty, you're not wrong. Like, that's a lot for somebody to do, but somebody ain't going to do it unless they want to,
exactly.
Right? So, for example, nobody wants to help somebody move, right? Am I wrong? Would you ever want to help somebody on your off day? No, but if you offer, like, oh, I heard you're moving, I got you. I'll help you out if you need. You're like, oh my God, thank God, that's awesome.
Right.
You know how much an Uber's going to cost and all that? You could buy Bree coffee. You guys could chat it up.
Then let me pay her. I told her, let me pay you like
you're
my Uber.
Coffee.
Well, no, now it's getting weird.
Rob,
No,
G,
but
where are
she's
you?
going completely out of her way.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. It's like, it's making me look bad. She's making me look bad by
No,
fighting
just
me on this.
accept it.
No, I'm not going to.
No, I'm
It's
Team
her.
Monty
She gets
in
off
this.
at 7 in the morning.
Rob G, where are
She gets
you?
off at 7
I'm Team
a.m.
Monty.
That's Sunday.
I'm Team Ubri on this one.
Yes.
Yo,
Just let her be a friend, man.
She gets off at 7 a.m.
That's
from
fine.
double overnight shifts.
She wants to be nice.
That's a bad friend by me letting her do that.
I'm Team Monty because also, Bree, don't be having your weird fixations where you want to prove your friendship. Now I got to make you do something all out the way.
Thank you. Now there's the pressure on me.
This is for you. Thank you for being a friend. That's all that Bree is trying to do.
I don't need you to take me to the airport. Girl, I got a Lyft or a Uber. Matter of fact, I can call a limo if I need to. And what if I want to ride with my boo? Girl, that's why I don't need you.
But yeah, Steph was on the Today Show promoting his new book, and they were asking him about the impact he's had on the league since he's come in. And here's what he said about where the league is now and how it compares to years past.
I was always told by a wise man when I was getting into the league, like, you want to leave the league in a better place than when you found it. And I think just the way that you see the skill level right now, the way that the range is kind of taking over, guys shooting threes all over the court, but just from 1 through 5 and all the way down the roster, I think this is the most skilled, era of basketball history. And so whether that was, young kids in the game now seeing, my generation, the way that I play and getting inspired by that, like that for me is important and something I don't take for granted.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it in the sense that, yes, maybe if you're talking about 15-man roster, maybe 12 through 15 are more skilled than the 12 through 15 in the 80s and the 90s. I'll give you that. I will give you there's somebody on the bench in street clothes who, if I took that guy and the street clothes guy from 86, he would cook him up. I'll give you that. But where I think people get this whole thing misconstrued is this is the era, and we've talked about this, Rob, this is the personal trainer era. This is the, I don't just go play and try to play ball and hoop. This is, I got to have a personal trainer to work. Ha, 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 step back, step back. Ha, ha, step back, step back, step back. And to me, okay, yeah, you might have a step back better than somebody 8'9". You know what they had better then? They knew how to win. They knew how to make basketball plays. They knew how to play with the team. They knew how to play within a system. And I think that's one of the things I would get misconstrued. I'm not saying all these guys can. Obviously, Steph is one of the greats. And if you look at current guys, LeBron. But I'm looking at, to me, yeah, okay, yes, there's a handle. Yes, there's, an ability to do Euro step or something, as if the Euro step didn't happen back then. I don't buy that it equates to better basketball. That's my biggest thing. I don't watch basketball. Me and you just did our first whole postseason run in the playoffs, and I don't believe I watched better basketball than I did in previous years or eras. I don't buy that at all. I watch guys, and I'm confused sometimes. Did you not see the open man? Did you not see the back cut? Why would you take that shot? And just because I got a 6'10" dude who can shoot threes, who's allowed to shoot more threes, that doesn't mean he's better. I tell you this all the time, Rob. If I told Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, Chauncey Billups, Detroit guy, you're allowed to shoot 18 threes tonight and we wouldn't bat an eye, I don't know what those guys would have had. If I told Isaiah Thomas, Mark Price, the other guy, you can shoot 20 threes tonight and we literally wouldn't even think twice. Well, then, yeah, he might look even more skilled. And let me also offer you this. Everybody keeps talking, and I don't believe everybody believes it, but you get the whole plumber joke about back in the day. And I start thinking, I'll say, man, when I look at Magic Johnson highlights, I ain't seen nothing like it since. Name the guy, if I showed you those, who's that skilled to do that. Michael Jordan, we talk about him every daggone day just about. I still haven't seen that. I've seen people try, never seen that. So the idea that just simply because guys spend more time with personal trainers and they work on this and work on that, are they more skilled? Okay, maybe the last few dudes on the team. But the idea that it's better basketball, it's better aesthetically, it's better from a high-quality standpoint, that part I don't agree. And I don't think when I watch games now, that in most of the games, not all, that it's a better brand of basketball than years previous. I don't agree with that portion of it for me.
I don't agree with it at all. I just think this is typical. That was Steph patting himself on the back, that because of him shooting logo threes, he's made everybody better and everybody wants to be like him, and he's revolutionized basketball. The reason he's had success is because of the rule changes, the spacing that people have, the idea that you can't defend anybody, touch anybody. That makes for an easier game. It just does. You talk about players all the time, and they'll tell you it's easy to score. All the European players say, dude, are you kidding?
Well, they all come here and be like, wait, this is the NBA physically from a physical standpoint?
Right. There's nothing here. Like, really? I can't even put my hand. I can't even touch you. Sure, the skill's better. I have a free path.
Jordan Love gets the Packers on the scoreboard.
The Packers are first and goal. Love takes, looks, throws slant right side. Touchdown, Romeo Doubs! Got the slant on Mike Sainristil, still the second-year cornerback, and the Packers on the board first, leading 6-0.
You just heard on the Game Packers radio network. Still early in the second quarter, but they're on top of the Commanders 7-0. Jordan Love is 8 of 11 for that touchdown, 128 yards. Jaden Daniels is 5 of 5 for just 16 yards for the Commanders. Other NFL news, the Chiefs say wide receiver Xavier Worthy was a limited participant in practice today because of his shoulder injury that he suffered in Week 1 against the Chargers. In Major League Baseball, the Phillies were down 4 runs, and now the Phillies are up 6-4 against the Mets after 6 innings in Philadelphia. All Yankees so far against the Tigers. Aaron Judge has homered twice. Yankees up 9-1, bottom of the 5th inning. I'm Monty Bolaños.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3. It is a TV theme song Thursday. What a show it has been.
Man, having a good time, man.
Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington.
Shout out to the
Update on the
YouTube
Thursday
folks, by the
night
way.
football game. 7-0 Green Bay. Washington shut out in the first quarter, and 12:37 still to play in the second quarter. Plenty of time, and the score is only 7-0. And for the last 40 years, we should tell you, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how and what and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. They'll come to you, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Also, don't forget, the Odd Couple sponsored by Bleav, and those achy knees, stiff back, joints not cooperating. Some days your body's just like, nope. And on those days, luckily, there's Bleav. With just one pill, Bleav provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so that you can keep moving. Use as directed. Don't forget, coming up in about 27 minutes, it's Teichert's Tower of Trivia, the Philadelphia Eagles edition of the show. And this will be interesting because Kelvin won't be able to cheat with these cameras here. And you'll see how
I've never been so happy to have these cameras in here.
You'll be able to see the connection that Alex and I have.
Oh, yeah, that connection, all right.
Yes,
That's
we have
what we call
a
cheating
real
now.
connection.
Well,
It's better than Bria Monty.
You'll like this next topic we're about to
They're
get
still
to.
fighting, by the way.
Are they still going over this? This is
They are right
unbelievable.
now. This is. I'm gonna agree. I'm Team Monty because it's getting obsessive now, Brie. Like she doesn't want to take. She's just saying she doesn't want to. You know. I'm saying this only until the day I need Brie. I said, Brie, can you take me to the airport?
Maybe if there's some, but maybe Monty, you'll get in the car because there's some Chipotle in the backseat.
Now that's a good point. That is a good point.
Chipotle whenever. I can get Chipotle whenever. I don't need her to take me to the airport like that.
Okay, all right.
You guys, I would be a bad friend letting her do that.
Hey, Bree, I need a ride once in a while.
That's what I'm saying. Let me not anger Bree too much because Bree, since Bree doesn't matter
she
where.
should pick all of us up when we go to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All in one car.
Bree, can you drive
Well, I'll
us to
just
San
drive us all the way
Francisco?
up there 6-7 hours. Yeah.
Drive us up. It's not even, what is it, Santa Clara? Drive us to Santa Clara. 9 hours away because it's
Are we
3 hours
gonna
from
have
San
fun there? You think? Santa
It
Clara?
better be San Francisco.
It's gonna be San
Everything's going to
Francisco.
be San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
There's no way we're doing anything there.
All
are
the
we?
radio roll, all that stuff's going to be San Francisco.
You're going to see Taylor Swift. It's going to be great.
Really?
I mean, that's the rumor. She's going to do the halftime show.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll still take that flight back Saturday. Yeah. Rob G, you're going to be there, though. Rob G going to be there. Don't lie, Rob G.
I would love to see Taylor Swift.
You would. Actually, I would, too, just to check it out. Your best friend did it, Stephen A. He went and saw her. And
he spent like 20
put
grand,
the
didn't he
camera
say?
on me. I spent most people's half of their salary a year on these tickets.
He spent 20 grand for real?
Yeah, it was his daughter, few of her friends, and all that.
I spent $1,000 to go.
You're crazy.
We're going to poo-poo that attitude. We're going to poo-poo that.
We are going. I'm going to poo-poo. I was just in Vegas.
Yeah.
And you know The Wizard of Oz is my all-time favorite movie. And they have it at the Sphere.
Oh.
Okay? I go and I'm like, okay, because I went to see Seinfeld. I was
Rob,
like,
they have an actual tornado in the Sphere.
right, they say it's great.
Seriously,
No,
they
they
do.
say it's great.
Yeah.
So I was going to go. I was like, I should. This
Yeah,
is my
here,
favorite
you
all
never
time.
know, yeah.
Exactly. I look up the tickets.
Let me guess. Because the way you sounding right now, and it's the Sphere, which is new and hot. One person, I'm going to go $550.
$500 something for like a good seat
Yeah.
for a movie that I've seen 200 times. I understand all the other stuff. Now, if it was like $100, $69,
Yeah.
$70, $100, and then one of my friends, she hit me up. She's like, "Well, you could have got a cheaper ticket for like $250 or $300, and it's like a meal out at a steakhouse." I'm like, I'm not paying
For a movie that's been out for 100 years.
that's been out since 1939 that I've seen 200 times.
All right,
Would
stop me.
Would you have paid $500?
Stop me. $50. Yeah, stop me when it's too much. 100.
No, I would have. I said I would have paid because I was in Vegas. I would have paid $100 for a movie for that experience.
150.
I don't know. 100, Alex. They wanted $500 to see The Wizard of Oz so that
No
something
way.
can some debris could blow in my eye.
If it was all 5 of us, maybe.
And then what happens when they scratch my cornea?
And when you go to tell them that, they're going to say, yeah, the back of your ticket said any harm or danger that comes upon you, you are going to ignore. Sign here, please.
Now, maybe if the Wicked Witch was sitting on my lap for a part of the movie, maybe that would be something. No.
Why you ain't want the good one?
I was going to say, not even Galinda.
I don't want the goody girl.
Not
two-shoe
Galinda.
girl. No, I don't want the goody two-shoe.
Okay.
All right.
I want the Wicked Witch.
Well, in that instance, I understand what you're saying there. I get what you're saying there.
Alex, what's wrong with you? Alex is like...
He said he don't want the goody two-shoe in that one. He wants the been around the block one.
He want the bad B.
He want the bad...
That's what I'm talking about. She got a broomstick.
Bing
you know what I'm
bong.
saying?
Hold on now. That
You got a tissue for me?
My face hurts.
I need baby oil.
No, hold on now with the broomstick. I'm going back to the good one.
Okay.
I'm going back to, what's her name?
Glinda.
I'm Glinda. Give me Glinda, even though she sounds like she's 88 years old.
I didn't mean like
Give
she
me
was going to
Glinda.
use it or
No,
anything.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say a word. Just, I'm brooms.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Rob G.
I ain't never
Yeah,
sweeping the
we're
same
back on
again.
track. We're focused
We are
now.
back on
Hold
track.
on, we're focused. By the way, 7-0 Green Bay here, middle of the second quarter, early second quarter.
Early still. 11 minutes to go. Just Adam Silver recently talked about.
So, no, we have an update, Rob.
Okay, go ahead.
So, earlier today, as you guys know, this whole Kawhi Leonard saga has been ongoing. Quick backstory, Pablo Torre found out that Kawhi Leonard had a deal with a company called Aspire. Right? Was it Aspire? Aspiration. I'm sorry. And they had a deal that they would pay his LLC, KL2 Aspire LLC, $28 million as a way to allegedly circumvent the salary cap. Again, part of this deal was that he had to be playing with the Clippers for the deal to remain in effect.
Because remember, too, they had a partnership with the Clippers. There was
yes.
There was what do you call a sponsorship.
So that was the original story. Since then, it's gotten only more and more crazy, all right? After that, it was then reported that in addition to the $28 million, there was a separate $20 million deal in addition to the 28, bringing the total closer to $48 million. 48 is a notable number because Steve Ballmer allegedly invested $50 million into the company to keep it viable. The only reason all this came out, however, was because the company went bankrupt. They were behind on some payments, and Kawhi was listed as a creditor that they owed money to.
Which, of course, is public record.
Absolutely.
When they're in a bankruptcy.
Flash forward to today, and it was reported that a Clippers minority owner by the name of Dennis Wong invested almost $2 million into Aspiration 9 days before Aspiration wired $1.75 million to Kawhi. Why 1.75? It was because that was a scheduled payment that they owed towards the $28 million. So again, this is all very circumstantial evidence, but it's looking more and more likely that Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers had some kind of deal to circumvent the salary cap to get him money under the table. And as you mentioned, Rob, Adam Silver was asked about it yesterday. And Adam Silver, despite calls from a lot of people saying, hey, bring the hammer, shut it down, basically said, hey, innocent until proven guilty. We got to let this thing play out. We'll see what the investigation reveals.
And this is par for the course for the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
They'd rather not. And people say, well, look what they did to the Minnesota Timberwolves. That was totally different. There was a memo. Baseball went through that when they colluded against free agents. Remember that? And they wrote a memo, don't sign any players.
Yeah.
Well, you got paperwork. You're losing in court, right? If you got paperwork. The NBA, unlike some of the other leagues, have always kind of like, we don't want to know. We kind of move on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that they haven't punished some people, but not big name people. Contrary, when you come to baseball and the NFL is a little different. NFL is always what? About protecting the shield.
Yep.
Major League Baseball has kicked out or banned some of the biggest names in the game. Pete Rose, Barry Bonds. I mean, you can't get bigger than Pete Rose, right? As far as so the NBA, to me, it feels like, just from the way Adam Silver was talking, that they'd rather not. And unless there's something that directly, because it's circumstantial, you know it is. The numbers add up, whatever. I get all that, but it's always that can't always get you a conviction. Circumstance. You gotta have a smoking gun. You gotta have some sort of written agreement or something that states that this money was for that. Here's what we're gonna do. And that's why we talked about it before with the NFL and Colin Kaepernick. That's why they didn't want to go to court with Colin Kaepernick. Discovery.
Yeah.
Texts, emails. Ask John Gruden about emails, right? And stuff. Those are the smoking gun. That's why John Gruden lost his job, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had something. So in this case, I do not believe that anything will happen severe without a smoking gun for the Clippers.
The smoking gun that they have mostly is the David Wong to me, because that is too obvious. You know, you put in a $2 million and then 1.8 goes to Kawhi within what was it, couple of days, 2-3 days. That would be the one where, okay, because it's one thing, Ballmer put some money in the business. Well, that's what he does. He's a businessman, one of the richest people on earth. You could say, well, just put a business. The idea that a person right connected to Steve Ballmer puts said money just enough to pay the 1.8 you owe Kawhi a couple of days later, that is too obvious.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So Ballmer knows this. He knows they're going bankrupt, and he knows that those records become public. Why doesn't he go in? He's richer than rich.
Without a doubt.
To save the company, you know what I mean? Take it over or whatever, so that and then he could close it down. But you could have hid that, because if you don't go bankrupt in that situation,
then it doesn't go public.
It doesn't go public. So I'm just saying, if you're...
So this is to my response to that. Two things. One, I think he genuinely just didn't realize that this is a big deal in the sense that I believe this is happening.
He doesn't realize that in bankruptcy the creditors aren't going to be listed?
I believe this happens more often than we think.
Oh,
which
I don't
leads me
doubt
to
that.
so the only smoking gun-ish is the KL2. KL2, Kawhi Leonard to Aspire is right. It's right at that's his LLC, and the name of the company is Aspiration.
Hey, it's 14-0 Green Bay.
That's crazy. They look good too, by the way. So that's as smoking gun-ish as I think it's going to get. Meaning that's all you. That's the most right there. So whatever you're gonna do, NBA, there's the gun. If it's enough or not, if it's smoking enough, I don't think the NBA is gonna do much. Here's why. You know what the NBA is going through right now? What we just talked about when Monty gave us an update on the college football guys, some 13 being investigated for gambling. The NBA is dealing with a gambling issue. They keep exonerating people when all the stuff looks crazy. And Twitter and X is going crazy showing the videos of some sketchy games from these players.
Oh, as soon as you find out the names.
And they own it. And there starts being some weird games, Rob. You know what else the NBA is dealing with? Bad ratings. They'll say, no, it's not that. But the ratings are a conversation. The All-Star game. Don't have it. Have it. Do it this way. Don't do it that way. It ain't like it used to be. And now this Kawhi. They don't want this. They don't need this.
But if they have paperwork, they'll come down on them. I don't doubt. Do you doubt that?
If it's that's why I said I think right now that's as smoking as it gets. Is the fact that the KL2 Aspire.
Right.
Yeah, but that's why I said I don't know if it's smoking enough. That's as good as it's going to get. Adam Silver does not want this on his plate when he's dealing with so many other things that I just listed. This is the last thing he needs right now for his league to be dealing with this. And the last point you mentioned, discovery. If you start unveiling things, all right, if we got to go through everybody, you're going to start finding other teams that had a random business you never heard of that had $8 million going to said star player. And the NBA does not want to uncover that because you brought up the MLB. MLB got hard once it came out that the steroids was a real thing. Because MLB rolled that thing in the mid-'90s when the ratings was down. You had lockouts and all that and didn't play the World Series. And that thing brought it back. The summer of '98, and MLB
everybody remember that.
Everybody wrote it out.
ESPN was cutting in.
Interrupting other big games to show you Mark McGwire's up, Sammy Sosa's up. Then they rolled it into the late 90s, early 2000s with Barry Bonds. So MLB wrote it out, but once they had to start unveiling and uncovering, that's when they got hard on all the guys who got caught up in steroids. So that would be my final point there.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. And are you expecting Adam Silver to drop the hammer on Kawhi and the Clippers? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple on a TV theme song Thursday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
America.
But yeah, Steph was on the Today Show promoting his new book, and they were asking him about the impact he's had on the league since he's come in. And here's what he said about where the league is now and how it compares to years past.
I was always told by a wise man when I was getting into the league, like, you want to leave the league in a better place than when you found it. And I think just the way that you see the skill level right now, the way that the range is kind of taking over, guys shooting threes all over the court, but just from 1 through 5 and all the way down the roster, I think this is the most skilled, era of basketball history. And so whether that was, young kids in the game now seeing, my generation, the way that I play and getting inspired by that, like that for me is important and something I don't take for granted.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it in the sense that, yes, maybe if you're talking about 15-man roster, maybe 12 through 15 are more skilled than the 12 through 15 in the 80s and the 90s. I'll give you that. I will give you there's somebody on the bench in street clothes who, if I took that guy and the street clothes guy from 86, he would cook him up. I'll give you that. But where I think people get this whole thing misconstrued is this is the era, and we've talked about this, Rob, this is the personal trainer era. This is I don't just go play and try to play ball and hoop. This is I got to have a personal trainer to work. Ha, 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 step back, step back. Ha, ha, step back, step back, step back. And to me, okay, yeah, you might have a step back better than somebody 8'9". You know what they had better then? They knew how to win. They knew how to make basketball plays. They knew how to play with the team. They knew how to play within a system. And I think that's one of the things I would get misconstrued. I'm not saying all these guys can. Obviously, Steph is one of the greats. And if you look at current guys, LeBron. But I'm looking at, to me, yeah, okay, yes, there's a handle. Yes, there's, an ability to do Euro step or something, as if the Euro step didn't happen back then. I don't buy that equates to better basketball. That's my biggest thing. I don't watch basketball. Me and you just did our first whole postseason run in the playoffs, and I don't believe I watched better basketball than I did in previous years or eras. I don't buy that at all. I watch guys, and I'm confused sometimes. Did you not see the open man? Did you not see the back cut? Why would you take that shot? And just because I got a 6'10" dude who can shoot threes, who's allowed to shoot more threes, that doesn't mean he's better. I tell you this all the time, Rob. If I told Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, Chauncey Billups, Detroit guy, you're allowed to shoot 18 threes tonight and we wouldn't bat an eye, I don't know what those guys would have had. If I told Isaiah Thomas, Mark Price, the other guy, you can shoot 20 threes tonight and we literally wouldn't even think twice. Well, then, yeah, he might look even more skilled. And let me also offer you this. Everybody keeps talking, and I don't believe everybody believes it, but you get the whole plumber joke about back in the day. And I start thinking, I'll say, man, when I look at Magic Johnson highlights, I ain't seen nothing like it since. Name the guy, if I showed you those, who's that skilled to do that. Michael Jordan, we talk about him every daggone day just about. I still haven't seen that. I've seen people try, never seen that. So the idea that just simply because guys spend more time with personal trainers and they work on this and work on that, are they more skilled? Okay, maybe the last few dudes on the team. But the idea that it's better basketball, it's better aesthetically, it's better from a high-quality standpoint, that part I don't agree. And I don't think when I watch games now, that in most of the games, not all, that it's a better brand of basketball than years previous. I don't agree with that portion of it for me.
I don't agree with it at all. I just think this is typical. That was Steph patting himself on the back, that because of him shooting logo threes, he's made everybody better and everybody wants to be like him, and he's revolutionized basketball. The reason he's had success is because of the rule changes, the spacing that people have, the idea that you can't defend anybody, touch anybody. That makes for an easier game. It just does. You talk about players all the time, and they'll tell you it's easy to score. All the European players say, dude, are you kidding?
They all come here and be like, wait, this is the NBA physically, from a physical standpoint?
Right. There's nothing here. Like, really? I can't even put my hand. I can't even touch you. Sure. The skill's better. I have a free path. Because we had it made. The whole of the days. Everybody pulled their weight.
Man, they disrespect the welfare.
Gee, the sound ran great. Those were the days. You widen. Girls were girls and men were men. Mr. Wicked used a friend like Herbert Hoover again.
What's wrong with welfare state? Hey, if you on welfare getting steaks, you kind of doing it, aren't you?
Was it welfare steaks
I thought
or
that's
steaks?
what she said. What'd she say? I don't know.
Didn't he know welfare steaks? Steaks?
I don't know. It sounds like steak. I
don't think they give away this
I was
cheese.
about to say, that's
Didn't
doing it
give
big
no
right there.
welfare's cheese.
The government cheese.
Government.
All right, it is the Odd Couple. Rob and Kelvin on the TV theme song Thursday. Don't forget, in about 5 or 6 minutes, we have Teichert's.
It's the reason you listen on
It is the
Thursday.
reason why Monty gets giggly, and you get to see it on YouTube finally to see how this person be cheating. I ain't gonna point no pins at them. All right,
Monty
be sure to
said
check
me
out your
just
brand new
earlier
YouTube.
today.
What'd
She
say?
said, "How do you do it?" Oh, go ahead.
Well, you got smoked last week. You got to redeem yourself. Last week, you was mad about that. YouTube channel. Thank you for watching us. We appreciate it. Go check it out. All you got to do is search the Odd Couple FSR at Odd Couple FSR, or if you're on YouTube, just again search Odd Couple FSR. We appreciate it. Share, subscribe, like, follow, all that good stuff. Rob G said we're starting to build a nice little community with our YouTube friends, so we appreciate it. We got to come up with a name too. You got Taylor Swift and Swifties, Beyonce. It's got the
Odd Couple
the
Crew.
Beehive, Odd Couple Crew.
That's too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to be something. This. Like, they got to be the Beehive.
We call it the Monty
Swifties.
Militia because there's a lot of Monty love in this chat.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I already knew this was about to happen. I told Rob G.
They don't care about the weird camera angle and the glass in front of her face.
In fact, they probably appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she knew it too, by the way. But that's a story for another day. We'll leave that. You ain't playing. You ain't slick. All right, let's get a call. 877-99 on Fox. Talking about Kawhi Leonard scandal and the Steve Ballmer and also the Clippers. What do you expect the NBA to do? Will they get the hammer down? Nothing? Is it a big deal? No deal? 877-99 on Fox. We'll take a couple calls. Who we got?
All right, Will in Wisconsin. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Will?
What's up, Rob? What's up, Kelvin?
What's up?
Oh, just had to take a break from the little bit of the shellacking on TV to weigh in on the Steve Ballmer or Ballmer Gate or Kawhi Gate. And actually, I'm going to roll with what Mark Cuban kind of highlighted on the situation there, is that, it's one of those things that if Steve Ballmer did know and then he didn't get involved, like Rob, to your point, like, hey, he knows what's going on here with this aspiration company, and he doesn't get involved, but he has the knowledge that it's tanking. That's kind of where Mark Cuban was saying, was that then at that point that Steve Ballmer definitely dropped the ball. And I think he even had some comments here in a Sports Illustrated deal here kind of pointing out that fact. So, I'm not
because their argument, Will, is that they got duped. You know what I mean? Like that's one of his arguments, that they lost money.
Yeah, but it's like one of those things like, Steve, you're kind of you're kind of this astute business mind. Is that really believable that you just didn't realize that acquiring this asset, that you're kind of short on being able to get them, like you really didn't know, or if you're not cheating, you ain't trying. And so I can definitely, appreciate them, doing all they can. But once again, if Ballmer knew about this and he didn't get involved, like literally verbatim to what you said, then yes, he did drop the ball and letting underlings kind of take the fall. The NBA is going to, of course, not want to take that black eye, but definitely the investigation is worth it. I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's definitely going on something here.
I tell you, the
No
good
doubt.
thing for
Thanks for the
Steve
call,
Ballmer,
Will.
appreciate you, Will. I think the good thing for Steve Ballmer, and I was telling Rob G this, he just bought a new arena, just built a new arena. He's obviously literally one of the richest people in the world, and I just think that's not the guy. This isn't Donald Sterling. Been the cheapest guy. Well, he's racist. Everybody knows this.
But remember this. Donald Sterling was allowed to exist for a long time with all of those things you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason they moved on him is the players were going to not play in the playoffs and they were going to lose money. That's the only reason.
I don't disagree with that. But I'm saying it was.
I'm just saying he was a bad guy for a day. NBA knew it. And what a lot of people don't even know is in the early days of the NBA, Donald Sterling with real estate always had money. And a lot of teams couldn't make payroll, and they went to Donald Sterling and borrowed money. So that's why you never heard owners bash Donald Sterling ever.
And he was in some of them in the pockets. You owe me.
You know what I mean?
You know what
right.
I did for you.
Exactly.
You know what I did for you.
When you couldn't meet payroll.
But I was using an example. It was easier to sell that as it's time for him to go. Like you said, yes, the players.
Well, when the players said that they
games.
weren't going to play in the playoff, I'm just saying, Adam Silver had no choice.
And then also what was said on the tape, right? It was public. We all heard on tape. The smoking gun in this case. I think with Steve Ballmer, it's kind of weird. It's money. It's business. I don't know.
And you probably say something went down.
I don't know exactly
here,
what,
right?
but is it a big deal? And I also think them not winning helps. If they had ran off 3 straight championships or something crazy, then I think it'd be a much bigger deal. But the fact that they ain't really did nothing. Sorry, Monty, but the Clippers ain't did nothing. It's like, So there you have it. All right.
They suck.
They should be in hot water for the terrible food they have at Intuit Dome.
All that technology ain't got no good food.
They got everything but good food, and they have the same thing at every concession stand.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that.
That makes no sense.
I never
Where's
understood
my $35 cheesesteak?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With filet mignon in it.
Yeah. All right, on the way, Teichert Tower trivia right now. Monty
knows
Bolaños.
I'm right.
Yes, no, you're both right.
Am I right? Like
And-
the same
yeah.
food at every stand?
Yeah, give me something different. Totally. And yet we didn't even do anything if we cheated. We didn't even get anything
That's what I'm
out
saying.
of it.
You didn't. There was no point. That was some bad cheating. You got to cheat better.
We didn't even get anything out of it.
You got to
What are
cheat
gonna
better
do?
than that.
Rescind the trade and send back Shea Gilgeous-Alexander?
I know.
That would be funny.
MVP and a championship as well.
All of it. It all goes to the Clippers if he has to come back. It's been all Packers so far in this Week 2 kickoff of the NFL between Green Bay and Washington. Packers are up 14-3 with less than 4 minutes to go in the first half. Jordan Love, 11-15, 199 yards, 1 touchdown that went to Romeo Doubs. Josh Jacobs, 11 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown. Again, less than 4 minutes to go. Green Bay up 14-3 against the Commanders. Other NFL news, the Chiefs say wide receiver Xavier Worthy was a limited participant in practice today because of a shoulder injury that he suffered in Week 1 against the Chargers. Raiders tight end Brock Bowers missed practice today because of a knee injury. The NFL Network is reporting the 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy could miss 2 to 5 weeks with a turf toe injury. And congratulations to Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy. He missed practice today because his wife was giving birth to a baby boy. In baseball, the Phillies were down 4 runs. Now 6 unanswered runs later, they're now on top of the Mets 6-4. It's the top of the 9th inning in Philadelphia. The Mets have lost 5 in a row. The Royals are edging the Guardians.
Can I give you a stat real quick?
Yeah, give it to me.
When the Mets are down after the 8th inning, 0-62. They haven't come back in the 9th to win again. They're 0-62 this year.
You got to figure get 1 or 2 of them.
That's not good. That's not good. I did not know. That's a terrible stat. So it looks like they're going to lose 6 in a row. The Royals are edging the Guardians 2-1, bottom of the 8th inning, about to start in Cleveland. And yeah, Aaron Judge homered twice, 46 on the season. He drove in his 100th run. He tied Joe DiMaggio on the career home run list for the Yankees with number 361. And the Yankees are on top of the Tigers right now, 9-2, top of the 7th inning. Earlier today, the Blue Jays, they blanked the Astros 6-0. So right now, Toronto has a 3.5 game lead on the Yankees in the AL East. Could be 3 by the end of this one. Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you. Go ahead to the airport.
Do you want to take me?
No, well, I am closer, but Bree would have my head if I did that. Appreciate you, Monty. Have a great night.
Jess.
All right. With the iHeartRadio app, folks, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. Catch us in all of our Fox Sports Radio shows. You can do it live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And to be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app so it will always pop up at the top of your screen. It is time now for what everybody's been waiting for. Teichert's Tower of Trivia.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, vegans and meat eaters, kale chip lovers, ruffle chip lovers, it's time.
This game is so easy.
For Teichert's Tower of Trivia.
That's right, it is Teichert's Tower of Trivia. Segment that proves you got to like sports to work in sports media. Star of the segment. The new big star on YouTube, he's got his own little clique building on there. They call him the GOAT, tell him to DJ his wedding. They love Alex. His name, Alex Teichert.
Hey, now, you ready for this?
Yeah. What you got?
Put the camera on me. I know sports.
You do know sports.
I breathe sports. And I love Rob Parker.
There we go. My man.
Well, your love is about to get smizzled.
Alex, how are you?
I'm doing great
you tonight. Very nice. You're on YouTube. You look great.
Thank you so much.
Your skin is glistening.
Oh, sun's out, bunzo.
Unbelievable.
I'm glad YouTube gets to see this.
It's so brown, you know?
Whoa.
Whoa.
What?
My skin?
The skin. That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
Thank
you know, there's a dude in there that's brown. Right?
Hold
You
up.
Just roll over there.
Hold
just,
up.
You know.
What?
I'm saying you could just talk about the other guy.
Rob's so out of pocket today.
What am I doing?
He ain't gonna make it.
Man, Bud Mexican.
Hey,
I'm gonna drive home thinking about that. Bud Mexican.
I want a Bud Light. No.
Bud Mexican. Hey, sir, how you doing, man? Long day? Yeah. Can I get your order? What would you like?
That's known as a Dos Equis.
Dos Equis.
No, I want a Bud Mexican.
Does that mean that sugar cane is in that beer?
Somebody would do that. That would be so gringo if somebody do that.
Look at you, dropping turds.
Let me get a Bud Mexican.
Gringo? I didn't know
you.
you were bilingual.
Come on, man. Me and Monty be talking on that. Hola.
Hola,
¿Cómo
¿cómo
estás?
estás?
You know me and Monty be talking. All
Pura
right.
vida.
Yeah, bien, ¿y tú?
Pura vida.
Un momento. Okay.
Oh, okay. Dale, dale.
You know, of course, Kelvin's Spanish was helped early on. He learned his Spanish early on.
What you talking about?
Because, you know, when you were in high school, they used to say Paquito. So
You ain't lying. I can't even lie. He ain't lying. I was 4'11".
He was 4 foot tall.
I was 4'11" in high school.
He was 4'11". He was
We just aired a picture of it on my, Spectrum
Paquito.
News, my morning show.
When did you have your growth spurt?
It was a First of all, don't talk to me in that tone again. You better don't be. See, she's showing out for you too.
What are you talking about? No.
It was after an Aleve.
That's just.
Oh, jeez. They're not going to be a sponsor very long. I can tell you that right
They're
now.
like, leave us out of this.
K-Dot was playing leapfrog standing up.
Whatever we paid you guys, just give it all to Jason Smith. He'll do twice.
Rob G, it's just going to be me and you at a certain point.
All right,
Alex and Rob going to have to go.
It was going to be an Eagles theme, but I was like, nah, the Packers are dominating. We'll do a Packers theme edition instead.
Okay.
Why not?
Flipped a coin during the update, and Kelvin Washington gets question
Look at
number
this.
one.
It's cheating all
Kelvin Washington.
You guys know the rules, and now that we're on video, I can't Adam Silver anymore. I got to be Roger Goodell. I got to be a real stickler. So let's get to it. Kelvin.
Yes.
It's been said the greatest defender in Packers history is none other than the Minister of Defense. That man, of course, Reggie Blank.
Alex, how you doing, man?
Hey, yo, K-Dot, I'm good.
Life's good?
Everything's great.
Hey, man, the pony is like extra slack.
You digging
It's
it?
slick and looking
You
good
digging
today.
it?
Yeah, Pat Riley would even like it.
Don't pander.
I'm
I've been
just
also
saying. Let me
drinking
talk to
tea.
him. All right, here we
for
go.
the vocals.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
That's okay.
Black.
Sheep.
That is incorrect.
There we go.
Okay.
Alex, how are you?
I'm great. That was a good guess.
No, good to see you,
Solid,
my man.
solid.
Right?
I am so excited
Rob,
to see
you look
Alex.
great.
I can
Thank
tell us
you,
what day.
buddy.
Rob G, I see what day it's going to be. Let me go ahead and pack it up now.
Here we go.
I look like the Lions last week.
You're looking good, Rob.
Pack it
Svelte.
up.
You too, buddy.
Svelte, like a gazelle.
Like a gazelle.
Steve DeSager would be jealous.
No.
Whoa! Roger Goodell!
You okay?
He didn't do anything.
Shoulder a little loose?
I'm just.
Okay.
He's moving stuff.
What
He's
are you?
old, you know? You
Mario
gotta
Rivera?
move, old man,
You
you
ain't
know?
pitching?
Snow White?
That is correct.
That was a good
The
clue.
guess was good. I give you that. That was a good. That was a good.
I
clue.
was
That
going to
was
say
a good
black.
Why stop doing that?
I was gonna
But
say,
did you hear the inflection, Mr. Vocals?
I did.
Black.
Oh.
I was going to say blow, but I don't think that we're a family
Whoa.
show.
Wow.
He is determined to not
Wow.
What?
make it. Yeah.
By the way, the
Johnny Depp
Militia is weighing in on YouTube. Says, Rob grew up in New York. How you don't know Spanish? Somebody responded because he hung up with the Jewish kids.
I did.
Actually, he did, though.
He's 100% right.
He
I
actually,
was
that's
counting
true.
shekels.
You know what?
That's true.
Where do you think Shekel City came from?
That's actually true.
I sat more shiver than anybody.
That's right.
And I used to call the girls boobaloo.
All right, vamonos. Vamonos.
All right.
Vamonos.
Dale.
Dale.
Rob, back to you. You're up 9-0.
Man.
Rob, it's fitting that the Green Bay Packers all-time rushing leader is a guy
so where we
named,
at?
of course, Amon Blank.
Oh, yeah.
Alex, how are you?
Rob, I'm doing even better last time that we talked.
Even better.
Even better.
All right.
By the way, Rob, I know
Yeah.
you're like really stickler with money. Would you go to Cheesecake just to go? Kind of pricey now, right?
It's pricey.
Yeah, see?
I haven't been in.
You know what?
Probably last time
I
we all
gotta
went.
admit,
Pricey.
I will pay the $10, $11 for that vanilla bean cheesecake.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I just,
hear
I-
you.
God.
and I haven't had
We
one
all have
since
our
February.
things. We all have our things.
Am I right? Like, it's so
100%.
good. But I do want to know when we have our little party, Fox Sports Radio is going to buy like at least 3 of those cheesecakes.
They better.
I love when you tell them that. They sit there like,
Scott's
oh, are we?
listening now. He's like, what?
Yeah.
The chinchilla
They'll be
eats
all right.
good that
Hey,
night.
hey, Rob,
party.
we can do it, man.
Well,
it's all right. We got you,
Well,
man. Don't worry
Don's
about
coming to the party, and I think Scott is. So
Really?
There you go. Yes.
Chinchilla's eating good that night.
Ben Maller.
All right.
I'm
We
ready.
got a whole trivia
I'm
show
ready.
to do.
All right,
The
here we
streets
go.
are
What
waiting.
you got?
Let's do it. Money.
All right, I'm back in it. Hold on.
Whoa. Shoulder good?
Whoa.
Give me a
Mr.
question,
Tourette's,
Reggie.
what's going on?
Well, Green Bay Packers all-time leading rusher. It's fitting because his name is Amon Blank.
Money.
Hold on.
Amon Check?
That is incorrect.
Good guess, sir.
Thank you.
Good guess.
About time somebody helps
All
me.
right, let's tie this thing up, Alex.
All right, come on.
Draymond
Green.
Let's go!
You're not supposed to know who that is.
Why?
He knows sports, son.
Rob, that's a little low of you.
Yeah, that was low. Did
No,
he
I
tell
didn't
you?
mean it. I didn't mean it like that, Alex. You know I would
I'm
never.
trying to mend this relationship. I'm trying to mend it.
I was going to help you move, too.
I would never.
I was going to help you.
I need help.
No, I'm going to make you call Ubri.
Ubri.
She'll help you out.
All right, level number 3.
But it's not going to help me at all with a car because I'm moving inside the building.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to transport anything. I need people to come.
You need someone jacked in town like Alex.
Exactly. To come break your back for a couple hours.
Whoa.
This is getting carried away.
That means something different where I come from.
This is so out of
Breaking
pocket.
back in broomsticks
Whoa.
is crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
I don't want the
Sponsored
good
by
girl.
Bleav.
Show is crazy today.
Just one pill.
I'm talking about moving furniture.
You got to relax.
Morning.
Oh, God. We're not going to make it.
We're not.
All right,
No.
level number 3.
That's why, hey, Roger, that's why I keep multiple jobs.
And then and Monty just watching, rubbing her hands like, yes. Keep saying that.
Keep
stuff.
saying, this is crazy. The Monty and Bree show.
Back to Dub.
Yeah.
Packers
Yeah.
fans affectionately refer to themselves as the blank heads.
All right. Alex, let's just go ahead and go up one.
All right, let's
You ready?
go. Let's go.
Cheddar.
Cheese.
That is
Nicely
correct.
done. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Let's keep it simple.
Thank you.
I like
Listen,
that.
Sometimes
Let's
you got to
keep it
just kiss
simple.
it.
Cheddar
Keep it
cheese.
simple, stupid. Yeah.
Cheddar is it?
I was nervous, though, knowing you.
What?
'Cause I thought, no, you might have said money, like cheddar. Like
I was
money.
going to say
no.
cut, though.
Cut.
That's 2 words.
2 words.
No, I said it together.
Cut the.
All right, Rob. You're down 19-9. Packers theme
cut the-
edition. Teicher's Tower and Trivia. Here we go.
Cut me.
Rob,
man.
the Packers have only had 3 different starting quarterbacks over the last 30 years. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers,
Hey, Ron.
and Jordan Blank.
Hey, Ron.
How you doing, Alex?
I'm doing better than the Jets.
Here we go. You ready?
Wow.
What? I mean, Aaron Rodgers got 4 touchdowns. How many
That's
snaps he took
right.
the first
I
season?
know.
That's right.
He's got them winning the Super Bowl, too.
Smile on a limb.
Say it again one more time real quick. The first
We've
name.
only had 3 quarterbacks in the last 30 years. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and Jordan Blank. Do not look at the television.
All right,
Why'd you
here we
even
go.
mention it?
Here we go.
Bud.
That's a clue for later.
Judging by your arm movement,
Yes, please.
it's
By
got to
the
be
way,
something else with hate, so love?
this is crazy.
No,
on YouTube, you see the charades. This is supposed to
not
be all
charades.
mental, son. This is supposed to be cerebral. It's supposed to be all in the
cerebral.
here.
We got time for one more.
All I was doing was
What were you doing?
giving a hand signal to Elijah so he knows to put the camera on.
That's
Oh,
right.
you're
All
the
right.
No, we just say, put the camera on me.
Last one.
No,
Whoever
that's-
gets this one wins
Just
it.
for the win.
Over to Kelvin. Kelvin, the Packers' most recent Hall of Famer, only played in the NFL for 6 seasons. That's how good he was. Man, of course, none other. Wide receiver, Sterling Blank.
Alex,
Okay, Don.
let's go to cheesecake. You ready?
What are you doing?
What?
You just said let's go to cheesecake. That's a clue, right? What I mean,
No.
yes
Whoa.
it is. What is that?
I'll allow it.
Wait, what do you mean? What is that?
We were just talking about cheesecake, Rob.
What he said, Alex, let's go to cheesecake. That's
I
not
can't
a clue?
even imagine what it was with the clue. No.
So what are you saying? All right, I'm
saying we about to get this victory. If you let me get the victory. Alex.
You see the cheating that I got to go through here?
Alex, keep your eyes on me.
I'm ready, sir. Gotta send a quick text.
Dull.
Dull?
Don't say
Spell it.
Spectrum
Can you
News
spell it?
1.
How does it spell?
No, you cannot spell it.
Can you spell it?
No.
Dull.
Pronunciate a little more.
Dull.
Spectrum News 1. Oh, I'm sorry.
He's about to get it.
Cheese?
That is incorrect.
What do you say?
Rob, chance to steal and the win.
Oh, you don't think so?
Most recent Packers Hall of Famer,
That'd be smart.
Sterling Blank.
All right, Alex, you ready?
Yeah.
Watch you. Yeah, watch your shoulders. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Elijah, get a different camera angle.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
I'm ready.
Whoa! Whoa! Roger Goodell, that's the craziest ever.
I didn't say anything.
Roger Goodell.
I was looking at the live stream.
I didn't
so
say
YouTube synced
I'm
it.
going to catch it on a delay here in about 30
this
seconds.
I didn't say
crazy.
anything.
Rob, give me the clue.
This is crazy. Oh!
Ouch.
This is crazy.
Well, with
He said ouch. His clue is ouch.
Ouch.
Well, with what you're doing, it looks sharp.
I'm done. I'm so glad YouTube got to see you cheat. YouTube, this is what I deal with every Thursday.
Rob
How did it get dull, Alex?
Rob Parker. What?
I thought you were saying like doll.
I'm so done. YouTube, I'm glad you witnessed this. YouTube, hey, Elijah, Roger, give me all the comments that you guys saw that. Just put cheat in the comments. We got last call on the way. Man, you cut your hand open like y'all were blood brothers. What did you want to do, a mafia handshake then? Last call, 877-9905. I may or may not be in the studio. I might be leaving. I'm out.
It's last call time on The Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance. Your call's important to us. Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
But yeah, Steph was on the Today Show promoting his new book, and they were asking him about the impact he's had on the league since he's come in. And here's what he said about where the league is now and how it compares to years past.
I was always told by a wise man when I was getting into the league, like, you want to leave the league in a better place than when you found it. And I think just the way that you see the skill level right now, the way that the range is kind of taking over, you guys shooting threes all over the court, but just from 1 through 5 and all the way down the roster, I think this is the most skilled, era of basketball history. And so whether that was, young kids in the game now seeing, my generation, the way that I play and getting inspired by that, like that for me is important and something I don't take for granted.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it in the sense that, yes, maybe if you're talking about 15-man roster, maybe 12 through 15 are more skilled than the 12 through 15 in the 80s and the 90s. I'll give you that. I will give you there's somebody on the bench in street clothes who, if I took that guy and the street clothes guy from 86, he would cook him up. I'll give you that. But where I think people get this whole thing misconstrued is this is the era, and we've talked about this, Rob, this is the personal trainer era. This is the, I don't just go play and try to play ball and hoop. This is, I got to have a personal trainer to work. Ha, 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 step back, step back. Ha, ha, step back, step back, step back. And to me, okay, yeah, you might have a step back better than somebody 8'9". You know what they had better then? They knew how to win. They knew how to make basketball plays. They knew how to play with the team. They knew how to play within a system. And I think that's one of the things I would get misconstrued. I'm not saying all these guys can. Obviously, Steph is one of the greats. And if you look at current guys, LeBron. But I'm looking at, to me, yeah, okay, yes, there's a handle. Yes, there's, an ability to do Euro step or something, as if the Euro step didn't happen back then. I don't buy that it equates to better basketball. That's my biggest thing. I don't watch basketball. Me and you just did our first whole postseason run in the playoffs, and I don't believe I watched better basketball than I did in previous years or eras. I don't buy that at all. I watch guys, and I'm confused sometimes. Do you not see the open man? Did you not see the back cut? Why would you take that shot? And just because I got a 6'10" dude who can shoot threes, who's allowed to shoot more threes, that doesn't mean he's better. I tell you this all the time, Rob. If I told Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, Chauncey Billups, Detroit guy, you're allowed to shoot 18 threes tonight and we wouldn't bat an eye, I don't know what those guys would have had. If I told Isaiah Thomas, Mark Price, the other guy, you can shoot 20 threes tonight and we literally wouldn't even think twice. Well, then, yeah, he might look even more skilled. And let me also offer you this. Everybody keeps talking, and I don't believe everybody believes it, but you get the whole plumber joke about back in the day. And I start thinking, I'll say, man, when I look at Magic Johnson highlights, I ain't seen nothing like it since. Name the guy, if I showed you those, who's that skilled to do that. Michael Jordan, we talk about him every daggone day just about. I still haven't seen that. I've seen people try, never seen that. So the idea that just simply because guys spend more time with personal trainers and they work on this and work on that, are they more skilled? Okay, maybe the last few dudes on the team. But the idea that it's better basketball, it's better aesthetically, it's better from a high-quality standpoint, that part I don't agree. And I don't think when I watch games now, that in most of the games, not all, that it's a better brand of basketball than years previous. I don't agree with that portion of it for me.
I don't agree with it at all. I just think this is typical. That was Steph patting himself on the back, that because of him shooting logo threes, he's made everybody better and everybody wants to be like him, and he's revolutionized basketball. The reason he's had success is because of the rule changes, the spacing that people have, the idea that you can't defend anybody, touch anybody. That makes for an easier game. It just does. You talk about players all the time, and they'll tell you it's easy to score. All the European players say, dude, are you kidding?
They all come here and be like, wait, this is the NBA physically, from a physical standpoint?
Right. There's nothing here. Like, really? I can't even put my hand. I can't even touch you. Sure, the skill's better. I have a free path. Takes everything you've got.
It does.
I did pull out.
Wake from all your worries.
Sure will help a lot.
I hit it so good today.
Oh, boy.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
It was fun.
Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
Rob and Kelvin.
And they're always glad you came.
I said thanks for tuning in.
People all over. You want to go where everybody knows your name.
Hey, the odd couple.
It's Tiger.
Shouldn't have said his name.
So, people are all the same. You want to where
Everybody knows. We're the odd couple. It's Rob and Kelvin. Yeah.
How is that not in the top three right there? Cheers is in the top three. Golden Girls in the top three.
Why won't you give us Fresh Prince in the top three?
No black shows in the top three.
Racist.
That's got to be racist.
I'm fine. I'm glad you finally just admitted it.
I
just said it. Just got to the reason. Stop footing around and just say it. All right, odd couple. Yes, last call. We'll get to that in just a minute. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive, ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Real quick, Rob G, a couple of comments on the YouTubies.
That's right. The Monty Militia is weighing in heavy on the Teichert Tower of Trivia segment. Here we go. Some of the comments. Call it Rob's Tower of Charades. Rob's out here doing the Macarena. Rob totally out of pocket. That's cheating, Rob Parker. Rob's the Tom Brady of radio. Rob is straight cheating. Rob, the Bill Belichick of this segment. I used to think Chris was exaggerating. Cheat.
All right. I've never been more redeemed in my life.
I was doing the Macarena.
Emma, can you cheat with Alex? Can you start doing charades when you're supposed to be silent? Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Hey, nothing in life is that funny. Nothing in life is that funny. Now I'm about to text. Let me text Chris right now. Ain't nothing in life. Hey, Chris. Ain't nothing like that. All right, last call. Who we got? You get to Alex, because I got to text Chris. Ain't nothing that like that.
Last call.
It's last call time on the odd.
All right, we got a real quick one. Alice, real quick.
Alice in Pittsburgh, you're the last call on the odd couple. What's up, Alice? Real quick.
Hey guys.
how are you? I
Good.
just haven't talked to you for a few weeks, and I just wanted to say that I was really wrong, I think, about Aaron Rodgers. I thought he would be toxic to this team. I thought he would be terrible. And so far, so good. I mean, it was only one game, but I feel good about
you were happy. You were happy.
Sucks.
Alice, it's been 1 week. Take it
That's
easy.
all right.
Call me in week 3 when they're week 4. They're 1-2.
If he had 4 interceptions, then you would be mad.
I would up here you. What'd you call Magic City Monday?
Yes.
Showing you.
Oh, show my ass.
Yeah, that's what it'd be
no
one of
more
those.
pictures of Tyson's big
Except it would have been Dubs Cheeks. No more Dubs Cheeks. I'd have been up here going crazy. That's fun, man. Good show. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it as well, man.
I can't believe they think I cheat. It's just unbelievable.
That's the best part about this camera.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?